evoke unwelcome imagery. On Monday, a 6-year-old boy who had recovered from COVID died of unknown causes, while 3 siblings were taken to a hospital with shortness of breath and vomiting. I'm Felice Friedson, Town Hall News, Jerusalem.
News and analysis at themedialine.org and townhall.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew. A former Netflix executive is going to prison for taking bribes and kickbacks from tech companies.
Michael Kale has been sentenced to 2.5 years and must forfeit $700,000. Kale was a Netflix vice president who oversaw the company's internet technology department. Prosecutors allege Kale took more than $500,000 in kickbacks alone, along with valuable stock options. In exchange, he approved millions of dollars in contracts for 9 different tech companies seeking to do business with Netflix.
That is Jason Walker reporting. An appeals court has denied the administration's termination of the Remain in Mexico asylum policy. Migrants seeking asylum in the U.S. must stay in Mexico as they await immigration hearings now. The Fifth Circuit Court judges said the administration's move to end that policy was arbitrary and violated federal immigration statutes. You'll find more on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number.
Morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Wednesday, everybody. That's right. Welcome to the middle of your week. Don't let the weather fool you right now. I know I got out this morning and I was like, hey, it's kind of nice out. Feels good. It's kind of warm. Little breeze, slight breeze, but I was like, it's not bad. But don't let that fool you. It's going to get windy today. Good news is it will stay warm. That's good. We're going to be mid-70s today, but wind will not be your friend today. We'll get you up to date on the weather and all that here in just a little bit. Then later on in the show, we're going to have, John from Oasis Computer is going to join us here, and we'll chit-chat about technology. He brought toys today. So we got toys in boxes. It's got new toy smell.
Right here on Mornings with Mike Winters.
We're just like Christmas, watching John unwrap his gift.
Shiny.
We'll talk more about that. It actually looks like it's got the Death Star battle plans on the box there. Like the map to the Death Star. Actually, I think it's one of these computers we talked about last month here. So we're going to chit-chat with John about that at Oasis.
Ooh, it's a handsome model.
It is. It's going to be turning heads.
Yeah.
Put some perfume on that thing. It'll get a date. No problem.
We could just be wrong. He could actually just be doing work.
He's like, I had a job to do.
It's just a repair.
I'm going to knock
He's like, you know what? I got like 6 or 7. I'm backlogged. I'm going to do radio and repair work at the same. I'm going to show you how good I am.
That's right.
I'm going to tap my head and rub my belly at the same time.
We're going to do a new bit. We're going to fix a problem right here live on the radio.
Right here on the air.
No, John's going to join us. It was a brand new box. I saw it. So.
Yeah. Tearing it up.
That's right.
Well, that right there is the difference between you and us and them. Him.
Yeah.
Is we get a new computer, we take it out, we want to turn it on. The engineer guys are like, let's tear this puppy apart and see what's got in it.
Take a look at that. Let's take a look at the inner workings, inner machinations. Of course, I used to do the same thing with my toys that had like the talking box or whatever. You always take the screwdriver out and see how it worked inside. Thing is, I was the kid that broke it and then couldn't put it back together again.
Yeah.
And then mom and dad got mad.
Yeah. Like, you know how they do camp invention for the kids nowadays, and they get to make the robots and the crickets and all those things? Yeah. I bet none of those toys would last that week after. I would have tore them apart, broke them, or my brother would have done something malicious to them. I know.
No, what happened was, what always happened to me was, and this was like later on with like video game consoles, you get down to that part where there's the sticker that's like, if you break this, you void the warranty. I'm like, I don't want to void the warranty. I'm not going to mess with it anymore.
It's a lot of power for a sticker, by the way.
I'm telling you, that sticker held a lot of sway.
We gave too much power to the sticker.
He has got it undone.
Always got a few spare parts for these when I'm done with them.
They put too many things in them, honestly.
That
it's
was
mostly just to keep the rattle down.
That was a Doc Hollywood reference.
Yes, it was.
Remember that movie? I mean, there's like me and 3 people got to remember Doc Hollywood.
All that and like Uncle Buck are like the two that just kind of like sit in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I remember like vaguely.
Of course, Uncle Buck's a classic in my head.
It is.
It's an 80s classic. Doc Hollywood is to me, it's a classic, but that's a little more under the radar. But, not everybody's a huge Michael J. Fox fan like I am.
It's true.
Me and him, I feel like there's a kinship.
Well,
I don't know why. I think we grew up together. He was a young Republican on Family Ties while I was sitting there watching him.
I'll tell you this. The guy makes a mean martini.
Then he was Back to the Future, and I was Back to the Future. Me and Zemeckis and Robert J. And then,
I still put a poofy vest on my son as an homage to Marty McFly.
There you go. And then, of course, when he got big time as Doc Hollywood, big time doctor coming to small town.
Yep.
And he had to run around the woods peeing on things to protect stuff. I watched it.
Kindred spirits. You grew up together, really.
I connect to all those things. So we figured out John's coming this hour.
He really knew how to shake it up in the 80s.
That's right. You know what it was? I think he kept calling people Doc after Back to the. So we'll just make him Doc.
I don't know, Doc. You know what? Maybe we should do something with this.
With the talking to Doc to being Doc. So full circle moment there. In the 8 o'clock hour today, Tom Blake, Nancy Fleming going to join us talking about a museum concert coming up here. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Andrew Moore with the Roswell Chamber. I'm assuming it's Andrew. Could be any of the chamber folks joining us here on 9 o'clock hour today. So we'll get chit-chat and update there about the chamber and whatever else we can come up with for today's show.
Just for the record, John did 2 things I would never do. He, number 1, opened the computer. Number 2, he opened a bottle of water near the computer. And I saw that. I was like, my insides cringed a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm so clumsy. I couldn't do it.
In his head, Aerosmith's Living on the Edge plays constantly in his head. Living on the edge. Sounds like these guys have had too much caffeine.
Bottle. Yeah. That's my problem. I have a drinking problem. It goes everywhere.
That's the trick. You got to leave it in the bottle or in your mouth.
In your mouth. One of the two.
But I'm not serious. I'm serious about the risk thing because you were talking about the water. We're cracking jokes, and this man's stalwart. Because one simple laugh, chuckle, water spews, and telling you,
that's all it takes.
That was the Chuck Norris of computer work right there.
Really, he drops it.
Oh man!
Didn't use tools. He just used his fists.
Actually, in reality, Chuck Norris don't fix anything. He just looks at it. It fixes itself.
You know what to do.
Yeah, that's how it really works. So, oh man. So, there's something else I was going to say, and it just shot right out of my head. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. I think it was kind of important too. I don't remember what it was. It'll pop into my head later.
Just in the middle of the next hour. Blue Diamond! Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, man. So let's do this. At 7:13, let's go ahead and pause. Let's get a weather update. By the way, it's going to be windy today, in case we haven't covered that. And then we'll be back on the other side here. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Gusty wind coming up today as a low-pressure system and cold front move across northern New Mexico. Wind gusting at 35 to 45 miles per hour across our area. We'll be in the low 70s on our afternoon high and sunny. Watch out for some blowing dust across the roadways. Clear tonight, our low around 30, and then sunshine and a little cooler on Thursday with mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 62 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 38%. Winds already a blowing out of the south at 17. Some gusts at 31 right now. Although we're here downtown's not too windy. At least looking at the trees. They're not whipping quite back and forth yet. We do have the wind advisory. That's in effect now through 5 p.m. this evening. We're going to have a red flag warning kicking in at 10 a.m. this morning. That's going to remain in effect through 5 p.m. this evening, and that is because of the wind. Sunny and 75 today, but winds will be out of the southwest, 25 to 30, later shifting to just the west, 15 to 20. However, we could see wind gusts today as high as 40 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 32. Winds back calm out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll be in the mid-60s tomorrow. Thursday, sunny, 64. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies for tomorrow night. Cooler than this morning, 33 for an overnight low. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, we're going to remain in the low 60s, mostly sunny, 63 for a high. North winds 5 to 10. And then a little cooler for your weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny, highs only expected to be near 52. And then mid-50s and sunny on Sunday, 56. And then to start your Christmas week next week, we're going to be in the, looks like mid to low 60s to start the work week there, or lack of work week for some. All right, it is 7:15. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a 3.5-minute commercial break. And then on the other side, John from Oasis Computers will join us, and we're going to talk computers, talk about these new computers he's got in stock that basically they are designed to grow with you, I think. They're ones that are easily adaptable. We talked a little bit about them last month, but we'll talk more about these and what else is happening at Oasis Computers with John on the other side. Don't go away.
From macaroons to mattresses, these days folks are used to ordering just about everything. And it's no different at Roswell Ford. Here at the Tailgate Nation, it's time to order your new Ford. Yep, the Ford factories are working overtime to meet demand, and to get the new Ford truck or SUV you want, you need to order it. Place your order by the end of December, and Roswell Ford will give you a $1,000 cash discount. And when it gets here, it'll be like Christmas all over again. But if you're looking for instant gratification, Roswell Ford has more than 100 excellent pre-owned vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Each one has passed a rigorous 139-point inspection, and each one comes with a 3-day money-back guarantee. And one last thing, wintertime is no time for car trouble, so bring your vehicle in for a complimentary winter vehicle inspection with any maintenance or repair. So come see us at Roswell Ford and have a wonderful Christmas season.
Gear up for 2022 at Big O's year-end sale. Head to Big O for our best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. From December 11th through the 31st, save on Michelin or BF Goodrich at your neighborhood Big O store and get a reward card of up to $120 with paid installation. No resolutions here, just giant deals to get your car ready for the new year. Head to your local Big O and get a reward card of up to $120 when you buy Michelin or BF Goodrich tires with paid installation. But hurry, you only have a few days left to save. Go big at Big O during our incredible year-end sale. December 11th through the 31st. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. Void where prohibited. Additional retailer offer advertised within is independent from the manufacturer's offer. Upgraded installation packages available at additional costs. See store for details.
It's that time of year when your home is filled with friends and family. The perfect time for new furniture from Glenn's. Reinvent your living room with stylish power reclining furniture. Make room for the whole family with a big, beautiful dining table. Surprise your out-of-town visitors with new bedroom furniture. Glenn's has quality furniture you'll be proud of for years, and they'll deliver it for free. So hurry to Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell. Glenn's, making the season bright and beautiful since 1953.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
What does paying $10 a month for health insurance sound like? Yeah, kind of like that. Open enrollment is on now, and you may be able to get health insurance for $10 a month. And as New Mexico's health insurance marketplace, BWellNM makes finding health insurance and signing up easy and affordable. And our services are free. Call us at 1-833-862-3935 or visit BWellNM.com to get the assistance you need and to get insured. Because you just never know.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from Oasis Computers, John's back with us. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
How's the holidays going for you here?
Very easy.
Good.
We don't have much going on these days, so.
Any folks coming in looking for talking out?
No.
Well, if folks are looking for
Just
some
us.
stuff,
Yep.
come see them.
Yep.
Good deal. Matter of fact, I know supply demands across the world and everything's
it's
tricky.
all a mess.
It is, but you're managing to get a hold of some of these computers. We talked a little bit about these last month. These, what's the name of this company again?
Framework.
Framework, and they design computers. They have entry-level model. They get different,
They only have high-end stuff, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's like you can get one that's more souped up or more.
Yeah. This one that I got here is the do-it-yourself model, is what it's called, and I bought it with just bare bone in it.
Okay.
And then we added the memory, the hard drive, the modules on the site.
Okay.
I have to show you in a minute how that works. It's pretty neat. Yeah.
And well, the thing is different for folks that aren't knowledgeable other than on the user face. Computers, especially if you buy computers from, your Dells and so forth like that, your major computer companies, they proprietize stuff. They make them build them, so not always are they built and designed to be upgradable. They build them so that they have a finite time on this earth, and then they want you to replace it.
Right. Part of the problem is just taking it apart. If you have a bad memory chip in there or whatever. Mm-hmm. You saw me take this apart a minute ago. And it's 5 screws, literally. You get the screwdriver included with it, and then the top just comes off, and you put your stuff in it. Shouldn't any computer be like that?
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Right.
So with this computer, in theory, if you want to upgrade it, you say you've had this computer a couple years, and you're like, well, the video card's a little slow now, the sound card is not hard drive's a little light. This computer, you can literally buy an upgrade component, new hard drive or new sound card or whatever it is, and plug and play, pop it out, plug this in, and you're back in business with the upgraded computer. So in theory, you could literally have this computer for a good hunk of your life if you take care of it and update it as needed.
Right. Part numbers and instructions are with QR codes on the inside.
Okay.
If you need info says right here.
So you don't even have to be like, I need one of these parts, and you can scan it and it'll tell you.
You can scan it and it tells you info on it. You
Nice.
saw this comes apart. You were kidding a minute ago about the water bottle here spilling it. Well, let's assume we did spill some. It runs in the keyboard. Very common. Now, in general, you got to just get the whole top for a machine, if you can get it. These guys supply these parts separately, so you can get the parts, and you can see it's all screwed in. You can take the keyboard out, and replace the top. If you crack the screen, you can get that fairly easily. So that's the whole idea.
Things that are commonly broke on computers, things like people, spilling drinks in keyboards, people cracking screens and stuff, those are easily replaceable compared to what would have happened if you did those things to your current computer or laptop or something like that. So I love this because it's designed to go, I'm waiting for somebody to come up with a smartphone that can do the same thing. I don't know if that'll ever happen in our lifetime, but because it's not the way of the world to make money that way. But
it should.
Yeah, it should be. But I mean, I could. Well, you could attest to this. You've repaired a screen or two in your day too on phones and things and tablets. They should be. If they made a tablet, maybe this framework needs to look at making a phone or a tablet.
Well, it's a startup company at this point, so we don't know for sure how it's going to work out.
So this one's got to succeed first.
Yes, and these are high-end models, like I said. Mm-hmm. This particular one is an i5. We put in a 250 gigabyte hard drive, and we got, I think, 8 gigabytes of memory on it.
Okay.
And then the system ends up right about $1,500.
Okay. And it runs... You run Windows on it?
I got Windows 11 installed on it, but you could run Linux on it or whatever you want.
So I'm curious when, obviously they order one through you. You can put whatever software they want on it too. But generally speaking, does it come bare bones or does it come with
No, you can pick what you want. The one that I got for myself, I bought completely assembled.
Okay.
And it's the i7. It's the top of the line, everything that they had.
So really, you get to pick and choose what software is on it. Again, another advantage. A lot of times you buy your Dells and so forth out there. They put them in with their whatever. Like if they sold a free thing of McAfee or whatever it is, they just load up your computer.
There's nothing loaded in here, and if you get it from them with Windows on it, it's just pure Windows like I would put on a machine. You add your own stuff. There's no advertisement stuff and whatever.
Stuff to try to get you to buy later.
And then, it does come with a screwdriver. Most machines come with a notice, do not take it apart. You lose warranty.
That sticker we were talking about earlier.
Right. So that's what you got here. And then the really nice thing on this is, too, we have had to scrap up machines because the USB ports or whatever get damaged, charge port, whatever. And sometimes it's just too much to fix. What they done here is they got USB 3.1 on the inside, what is here, goes into the board.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than protecting it. If you break this USB port here, well, get another one and stick it back in.
You don't have to replace
the new one comes in, and you can just plug it in there. Now, the other nice thing is they're like little modules here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want this to be? I need 4 USB ports.
Okay, so you can
put
easily
all 4.
swap them out.
I need USB 3.1, all of them. Okay, fine. I need a HDMI port on. Well, whatever. You just plug it in, can swap it out. And if you break the port, the HDMI port is always difficult to fix anyway.
Nice.
Very difficult. I kind of gave up on that. Here, you just can pull it out, put a new one in it if you happen to tear the cable off.
And obviously, because people are constantly plugging in, unplugging in those areas, those are common break areas for
you got
a computer.
A lot of people like a mouse on their machine.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally, like I do here, whoops. And then you break the plug in there.
You try to jam it in, it breaks a pin or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
I got an HP at the store that somebody traded in, and they broke one of the plugs on it. It's barely a year old. It looks like a nice machine, looks similar to this one.
Yeah.
But, I couldn't fix the port. I just glued it shut so you can't use it.
Wow.
Still has 2 ports left, so it's not that bad. But, here you could just replace the little module on it.
A couple screws and pop it out.
But it's not even a screw. It's just a push button.
Quick release kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. So in theory, like, say your buddy's got one of these, his broke, and you're like, all right, I'll take mine out real quick here, finish your job, pop it. So you can cannibalize off one another if you had two and you got a job you're in the middle of and something goes out that second. That might be another option.
The only thing we don't know at this point, what is the availability of parts? How are they moving in the future? Is it going to take off? It's a little on the high side, but then you get a lot of benefit on it.
Sure.
Upgradable, replaceable, fixable. So it may work, and it's a powerful machine. It's not one of these low end things that don't have the power for it.
What?
And it's got a fingerprint reader in the button here.
Okay, perfect. So you can, so it's secure and set up your security on it. Really, I love this because it's in a world of computers where you really give them money and you get back what you want plus a lot of filler a lot of times or a lot of things. It's like every penny you're spending is going to exactly what you need for a computer.
Right. And then, of course, if it does come to repair, you saw me take this apart and then let it sit for a little bit. We fiddled with it a little bit. Take the top off and then, whatever, showed you. Put it back together. If you count up the time, how much did it take me? Like 3 minutes?
If that, yeah.
Yes. We have machines at the store that to do the same thing with is half an hour.
Oh, wow.
20 screws and then, whatever,
Well, really? So
in that regards, if you look at labor rate...
You're losing money.
I'm losing money, but, it may be an expensive machine, but when the repair time comes, it may be a lot less.
Absolutely,
you may be winning there.
Well, and then and even still, the way this thing's designed, I mean, obviously, if you don't feel comfortable swapping motherboards and that kind of thing out, but the simple things that people take to like those USB ports and whatever, you don't have to go to see John to get that fixed. Now you literally order another one, pop, and you're back in business. So that'll save you a bill right there.
Yes, if you can handle that yourself, you can just go and edit yourself, or
just
it's just a lot easier. If you break that port on it, it's either like, well, sorry, I can't help you with that.
Yeah, gee whiz.
Or we replaced the motherboard for $400 or something like that.
Okay.
Here it's like, I think these modules were like between $20 and $30, depending on which one it was.
Yeah, so basically pennies on the dollar compared to what it is. That's to me. I love this concept.
It's the same as the Epson printers, the EcoTank. Mm-hmm. I've got 2 of those, and it saves me a tremendous amount of money on ink, because it comes with bottled ink that's a heck of a lot cheaper than the cartridges that they have. The thing, again, you pay about 2 to 3 times more for the printer than you can get for a similar printer that does have the cartridges in it. But I had an HP that cost me about $100 every half a year on ink. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, I had the EcoTank printer that I bought extra ink for it for $50. Lasted me altogether 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So that's
a no-brainer.
100, 200, that's $400 versus $50.
Yeah.
Over 2 years.
I'll take that savings every time. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Now, and I forget, I think we discussed this last time. Do these come in different sizes? Can you get, like, if you want a bigger screen or 17-inch or something, do they make them in that? Or
as far as I've seen right now, this is it.
That's
Mine
the standard
is same size. Yeah,
okay.
And then, first glance, maybe the screen is the more square screen, not the long one. But it comes with the settings set higher than this, the one that I had.
Oh, you backed yours
so
off a
that
little bit.
Stuff is bigger. I like my stuff smaller, but I kind of like the longer screen in a way. But then, if you set it where this one is set for, think of it that your screen would be like this.
Right, like the letterbox.
And
or whatever they call
here, here you get this much extra. Instead of saying I'm losing something, you get actually more.
And I just spilled a little on me there. And the resolution, everything looks beautiful on that thing.
Yeah, it's a high-resolution screen on it. It's all high-end stuff. It's not, there's no blurriness to this screen.
And we've talked about that in the past. People like me that are visually challenged, sometimes you don't need thicker glasses. Sometimes you just get a better resolution computer.
Yeah, you can see it here. You got the small print in the bottom here. You can't see any dots in it. So this, I think this is a 4K screen, if I'm not mistaken.
Very cool.
So that, again, adds to the cost and makes it higher.
Just for the bare bones model you got there, what does that cost you out the door on average?
This one here ends up about $1,500.
Okay.
And we actually got it, what did I pay for it? $980 with no memory, no nothing in it, from the factory.
Gotcha.
So anybody can order that in. I don't have a special price on this one.
Okay.
I haven't checked that out if there is some kind of a discount for reselling, whatever. But that's just the price. Bare bone was $980, I think.
Nice. To me, for a laptop that grows with you and lasts the rest of your life, in theory, it could, as long as you don't chuck it out a window or something.
Right.
I think that's a great thing because we spend that much money on a laptop now, and if we get 5 years out of it, that's kind of a win. You know what I mean? Without it being completely useless to you.
The other thing that's happened right now is that we have a lot of good machines. They're 7th generation or 6th generation Intel processors, and they just got all obsolete. Microsoft came out with Windows 11, and they will not run on a 7th generation. They're good machines. They do fine. They would have another 6, 7, 8 years maybe in it, the way things are going. But in 4 years, they don't get Windows updates or nothing no more, so no security in there no more.
So they're
in
capped.
this particular case, the way it's supposed to work out is if that would happen to this machine. So let's say 5 years from now, you got a great machine, wonderful, but my processor is obsolete. You order a new board in, and it should fit in here. That's the idea.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, exactly. It's all built, designed, to
and then
plug and play almost.
It's the high end, so it takes up most of what we need now, and stuff always gets smaller. So in the future, they should just be able to make it fit in there.
Exactly. So
what is the idea that's what they're selling it on?
Sure. So even when if we advance to the next phase of technology and hard drives and whatever it is, be it whatever.
Screen is good.
Yeah.
Keyboard is good. The memory is good. The hard drive is good. Process obsolete because I can't run a new Windows. Well, order in a new board instead of a whole new machine. Replace it in here, and you're up and running again.
Nice.
And
then, of course, if you get something and you're like, I want to beef this sucker up, you can upgrade it pretty easily. If you're like, oh, I love the hard drive, or I say, I love the, hard drive's a big one. It's like, I need more space. So boom, let's get it.
Yeah, in most machines, if you ever see me do this, it's take about 20 screws out of the bottom, then pry off the bottom. You don't know if the top comes off, the bottom comes off, whatever, till you get to it sometimes. Then you have to sometimes even remove the board in it to get to the hard drive. They put it on the bottom side or something like that. And, here you just 5 screws, lift the top up. You don't even have to unplug it, set it aside, take the drive out, put it back in, a new one, done.
Wow.
Memory's bad, same way.
It's almost like Legos, the Lego toys. You just boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
and
start
the word that we always got from manufacturers was, you can't make it look good. You can't make it light and skinny. It's not strong enough. It needs to be glued, whatever.
That looks like
this is only 5 screws, and it's just as solid as any other machine.
And it's a beautiful, sleek laptop.
Yeah.
It's big enough to not feel like you're working on a tiny computer, but it's small enough to not feel like you're hauling around a hunkin' desktop around with you. It's a nice, perfect size laptop. I would say if someone,
I like it.
If you took a prototypical, what's a laptop size on prototypical type, this is the picture you get, is that laptop. So
that's right.
I think it's great. I love this concept. I love the idea. I hope this company takes off to where this is a staple, and at some point, it's a household name like Dell. And
I hope so. I do my best to get it there.
Yeah, good deal. So, if you are interested in learning more about this style of computer, ordering one for yourself, John at Oasis Computers can help you do that. And you've been really putting this thing through its Pepsi challenge for several months now. And that's the thing I like about John. Before John gets on this radio and starts talking about a product here, he's been playing with it, trialing it, erroring it, testing it. So it's going through a gauntlet with John before he gets on the radio here and tells you, yeah, I think this is a good product. So
can't sell it to you if I don't know how it works or what it does or whatever. I just don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, exactly.
If I like it, I can tell you this is good. But
yeah, and I know enough to know about you that you're kind of like, hey, if I'm trying to get my customers to the quickest possible solution to their problem, that's kind of always been your, all right, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to get your problem fixed that you have here. So when he comes in and tells you this is a good computer, I would say, yeah. I mean, if he's telling you this is simple.
This is simple and good.
That you can take that to the bank as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
And I guess I got to ask for the younger audience. I got to ask. I know you and I don't care, but can you get them in different colors and stuff like that?
I don't think yet.
I don't know, interchangeable red and blue, because I know
but you
younger
can
folks.
also always get a can of paint.
There you go.
Stickers.
That's why God made stickers.
Right. Exactly. No, the selection is somewhat limited at this point.
Sure.
Still.
Well, it's a new company.
But then on the other hand, one of the complaints I have by most manufacturers, why do they have 30 different models?
It's too many options. Yeah.
Right. Basically 3 models would be enough.
I think, yeah, because you got really people that want convenience and size, smalls that they can do anywhere. You got ones that want the biggest visual experience possible.
Well, maybe a little bit more than 3, but you got, from your performance-wise, low performance, if you don't do much, a little bit of internet stuff, medium for, some heavy-duty work. If you run it hard, high-end machine.
Yeah.
And those are the 3 models that I was talking about. Memory, if it's like this, you can just select if you need more or not very easily. It's not that it's like Apple built on board. And you better buy the one with the most memory because you can't upgrade.
Yeah, once you're committing the rest of your life to
this
that
thing here, you put 8 gigabytes, and that's enough for me for right now. And then you start doing something different with it. So I really need 32. Well, just 5 screws, lift it up, put it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy
a new one.
Do it.
It's to me, it's almost like the NASCAR cars of computers where they can go in, it goes into the pit stop, go in and, literally pop in, boop, boop, boop. It's back on the track racing.
Right.
You're back on the computer doing your thing with it in minutes instead of hours.
Yeah,
now.
sitting here with it and just taking the screws off so I could show you what it's like. Dang, that's easy.
And I would imagine even the clumsy ones that drop things all the time and stuff gets broke. I would imagine this one's in your wheelhouse. If you're constantly
screen replacement, depending on touchscreen or not.
Yeah.
The difficult to do a lot of times, expensive.
This one, not so much.
This one is geared to replace that. I'm not sure if the whole top gets replaced or the screen separately in it. Haven't checked that out.
Gotta break a screen and find out how.
But you can get the replacement,
Yeah.
And then the other thing is they do supply the parts. If you need parts for your HP, Dell, whatever, where do you go? eBay.
Yeah.
We used to get parts from manufacturers before the internet really was there, and we almost never bought any.
Sure.
Your machine is $700. You need a motherboard in it. Well, that's $699. Buy the whole machine,
right? Exactly. Yeah.
So the parts were always so expensive.
And
for
not to
us
mention,
anyway.
Not to mention too, where there's options on parts, and like you said, if other proprietors are making it, does it work as advertised with originally the way it did? I mean, that's debatable. Where this is all, it's literally the company. Boom, it's the same parts. You're going to swap one out, and not notice any difference in performance or anything else. That you're really not missing a beat with these. That's you're able to live your life. Things happen. Quick fix. Move on with your life.
And then as you saw inside how nicely built it was.
Yeah.
It looks very similar to if you take an Apple apart, what's considered the the best ones in the way they make stuff. This looks just like it.
To me, this company's going against the philosophy of the entire computer industry. You know what I mean?
The world seems to be doing.
You're right. The world.
Can
industry,
I sell another one?
And I love that because one of the things, especially as we get older, the more we miss is like, man, they make things like they used to. You buy something that's built to last, and we don't live in that world anymore.
Right. The world still is, can I sell you another one?
Yeah.
This kind of stuff is like, how long can I make it last so I don't have to throw it away?
Yeah. It is the Depression-era mindset computer, which we could need right now.
So... No, awesome. I like it. I hate to throw stuff away that's still good.
Sure. If there's life left to be had with it, let's do something with it.
If it needs to be replaced because it doesn't do the job, fine. Okay. If newer stuff comes out that's better, fine.
Sure.
But, like this thing again, if there's a newer processor, you can change that board out. And your screen, I saw, is very good. I don't think it's going to be much better in the near future. So,
well, when you do those upgrades, you're literally... Because that's something cool. Every time you do those kind of things, you're like, oh, man, my computer's fast again, or my computer's... Think about now you get to have that experience anytime you desire but you didn't pay $1,500 or $2,000 every time you did it. Now you pay $200 for a new know, motherboard or hard processor or whatever. I needed to get I'm bogged down because my hard drive's full. Well, I could put a new one in.
The port replacement is one of the most significant things.
Yeah, and that's what you can probably upgrade with. So whatever the next level generation of HDMI's and whatever goes past that, a $20 dongle basically you pull out and pop back in. Basically. It's amazing.
That's a beautiful way of handling that.
Yeah. It's called Framework, is the company?
Framework, yes. The website is frame.work.
Okay.
So and the company is called Framework.
Good deal. So maybe do a little research on your own if you want.
Yeah.
Come talk to John. And if you, like I said, we just did the cursory 20, 30 minutes of talking about it here. But if you got your own personalized questions and things like, hey, I do this, how would this help me? John can tell you specifically what
if you want something good, and if you are getting sick and tired of just having to throw it away again, look into this.
Yeah, I love the concept behind this company, and
right.
I think I'm good on my computer right now, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of move. But when I'm about ticked off at this thing, I might, and looking at this might be a
guess
direction
we'll
I'm
have
looking
to
at.
check back in about 3 years or so, see if it's still all going.
Well, and then maybe that's the problem. I'll be like, hey, but I got a feeling I can't. This company's going to. I mean, if there's no other company really like this out there that's doing it, they're doing it, and I know the demand in the world is there for this.
Right.
There's absolutely no question in my mind it is. I can't imagine this thing not. I got a feeling you and I are talking about like, you ever heard? And then like in 2 years from now, it's going to be a household name. You know what I mean?
I hope so.
I feel like that.
I hope so.
The way, at least the product is a product that is
if
long
nothing
overdue.
else, let it be like Elon Musk. He starts electric cars, and everybody goes like, yeah, well, I don't know. And he makes them take off.
Yeah.
Now everybody is making electric cars.
Yeah. So maybe this is setting a new trend.
Right. If this doesn't make it, maybe all the other ones be more like this one.
This one spawns the one that does.
If nothing else, yes.
Which
I hope so.
As long as, if we could get everyone on board with this ideology.
Right. And especially with a little look at Apple, make your stuff fixable, for God's sake.
Well, and to be honest, I got it because Apple and Google, and they love to be very proprietized on all this, particularly Apple on locking people out of their stuff and things like this. I got to imagine this platform and model can still be done with that thought process in mind, even more so. You know what I mean? Like now it's like, hey, we're customizable, but just with our stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can't imagine why Apple or someone would embrace this same theory or philosophy in some of their computer making. If this company can prove to those companies that this is the model, then maybe we'll start seeing Apple and Google change their game up and doing the same thing. So that's how change works in the business industry.
Right. This still has the battery on the inside, but it's only 5 screws and it's real quick to get to it. It's not really like the other ones.
The next guy will invent the one we just.
But with these and the battery is just screwed in. Apple has the batteries glued in. You got to put a bunch of alcohol on it, loosen the glue up, and then try to peel it off.
Arts and crafts on it.
Yeah. There's no reason to do that, really.
Yeah.
Unless you just say, well, it's not repairable, buy another one.
Yeah, to get you to say that. That would be it. I love this. So I really hope this thing is springboards into international attention here. But in the meantime, come on down to Oasis Computers. Now, if you're like, I'm not ready to get one of these yet, but I need John to resurrect some things I've got here. He can handle that for you too and get them back going. He's still doing a lot of works with, if you've got the old hard drives and stuff, you want to get to solid state and all that.
We're still doing it.
Still doing it. That's another great, inexpensive way to get a new computer, is taking this computer that's 4, 5, 6 years old. It's got the spin-up hard drive, swap in with solid state. It's like a brand new computer all over again.
Right, that's amazing.
You paid $100, $200, depending on what hard drives you get and things like that.
Most go for the 240 gigabyte hard drive. Seems to be plenty of space for almost everybody. And to do that, it's $180. We either clone the drive or we reinstall Windows, depending on what we want and need.
Good deal. So you can, in essence, put everything back on there, and then next thing you know, you went from, all right, I'm going to turn on the computer, go get a sandwich, come back, to I'm going to turn on the computer, I'm going to go get it. Oh, wait a minute, it's already up.
Well, yes, I hadn't quite realized it, but, I get some machines in where we do not upgrade the hard drive. We just need Windows installed on it. And, when they bring it in, they're probably ready tomorrow. And those are always ready the day after tomorrow. And finally I go, what is going on? Oh, you need to install Windows. You write everything to the drive a lot. And they're so much slower that it makes it that if you bring it in now, I can tell you pretty much, you're probably going to have it back tomorrow. On a machine where we don't replace the drive, but we need to reinstall Windows, it won't make it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It seems to turn the day after.
Wow. So it's interesting. I love So again, this is where John can help with that stuff. And of course, if you're looking, I know the world we live in, supply and demand's tricky. But if you're looking for stuff like that, talk to John. He's doing his magic, trying to get stuff in and supply and looking at, obviously it's probably taking a little longer to get these computers than you're hoping for, but you are getting them, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, the way they have sold these is you put an order in, and they collect orders, cost you $100. If you change your mind, you can get your $100 back.
Okay.
But then when they get them ready, they let you know, okay, we're going to build them, and we should have them ready by next week or so.
Okay.
And then we ship them out, so you should get it within like 2 weeks.
Oh, not bad.
And then they charge you the rest as to what's left over on it.
Okay, cool.
And so you just don't order one in right now. It just take a little bit of time.
Sure. Well, it is a company, and they got to work their logistics too, because they're it sounds like a really ingenuitive, great company, but they're not a charity. They're in to make money like the rest of us, and so they gotta do their logistics their way to turn a profit here.
Right.
Too.
Once they get bigger, that may not may be done different. I don't know.
They'll get it's whenever you get bigger, people learn bigger, faster ways to do their products and things here. So great. I'm excited. I hope you and I are talking a year from now, and this company's is a household name. That'd be pretty cool.
We shall see.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, if you need any help, any questions about anything, new computers, old computers, repair computers, network service issues, all of that stuff, John can help you. He's for I guess you could say customer visitor hours or in the AMs at Oasis Computers, and then he reserves afternoons to fix problems and make house calls and things like that.
That's correct.
But you're open Monday through Friday?
We're open Monday through Friday from 8 till 1.
Mm-hmm.
I need to leave at 1. Please don't bring it in later than about 12:30.
That's
so
a
I
hard
can have
one.
A look
He's got to be out the door.
Yes, because of what happens at the house.
Got to take care of a family. Yeah.
Right.
Good deal. So yeah, if you come in at 12:55, unless it's a 5-minute problem, he's not going to have a lot of time.
Right. And I'm running too late. I've learned that lesson.
But and then of course those weird and that gives him flexibility. If you've got a unique thing or something like that, he can take care of that in the afternoon. And he's got more
if we have something special, training or whatever, we use the afternoon also for a special appointment.
Good deal. So
we fix stuff. We do it by special appointment, and we go on service calls, run errands. By myself now. So.
But if it's like quick fix stuff, a lot of times you come in there in the morning, you bring it by, and you're like, oh, I need a new power cord or something. A lot of times you can do that right there, and
we don't take it in the back and then wait till the next day and then take 5 minutes to fix it and charge half an hour. No, that's not the way we do it.
No.
Had a lady in yesterday. She brought it in and says it's not working. It's locked up. So she said start it up over here. We started it up. I look at it and I go like, oh, yeah, you have no problem. It's fixed. Here you go. Out the door again.
And she was probably happy as can be.
Yeah, no, more surprised.
First she was like, what do you mean that was it?
Fixed already?
Yeah, you can't fix them too quick. They think you didn't do your job right.
Well, they see me do it, and I always ask, please try it in case it's not fixed.
Sure.
Because sometimes it's not fixed.
Sure, well,
most of the time it is.
That I'm telling the choir here on this one, but as we all know, some moments you're looking on your computer like, oh yeah, and then what happens is as soon as you tell the guy that fixes it, it don't do it again, and that's for us lay people, that is like a thing. We're like, the computer, I told you it was doing it when I did it. I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times. Give out your phone number and for folks if they want to call.
Okay,
and
call
have
us at 575-625-9141.
Very good. Call that, and again, leave a voicemail if
you leave a message, a voicemail, I will try to call you back.
Yeah.
If you don't leave anything, I may not call back.
Yep. Or and like I said, come on by here in the mornings. Here, they're on Atkinson, right behind the Wool Bowl. There.
Garden.
Dang it! Did I get it wrong again? Oh, I'm stupid. I can never get that right.
Garden.
Why do I guard just does not sit in my head? I don't know why.
I know where the street is. I sometimes drive on the wrong street to go where I need to be.
I know where it is. I just don't pay attention to street signs. And I'm like, what is that? I don't remember.
Well, if you just say it's, if you go at the rear exit of the Wool Bowl, you look at our building.
That's why I try not, I should just shut up and say it's behind the Wool Bowl and leave it at that.
That would be good.
Well, John, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas to you and everyone else.
And we will see you here in hopefully a brighter, happier 2022 here for everybody. So.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be back this year. Oh.
Yeah, we're not going to let you back this year.
No. But we'll see you the third Wednesday on next year.
We will see you next year. And we thank you very much for spending time with us. Thanks for keeping us up to date in 2021. And we look forward to more fun and frivolity next year here. So thank you, John.
Good.
All right,
You're
take
welcome.
care. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
All right, 7:54. Let us. How much time do I got here? How much time do I need? All right, I need to do this. Let's go ahead and play your Chaves County Sports Update brought to you by DSI. And then we'll get you in your Town Hall Business Update, quick commercial break as well. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Welcome to DSI, New Mexico's business technology leader. We help you digitally transform your business to do more, faster, and more secure. Selecting DSI gives you access to the world's best technologies, award-winning local technicians, and our commitment to the New Mexico communities we serve. One local source for all your technology products, services, and the personalized support you can only get from DSI.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Reports. Have got a big boys-girls doubleheader coming up between Roswell and Goddard. That's happening tomorrow night with the girls playing at 5:30, I believe, yes, and the boys playing at 7 o'clock. Now, we had a couple of teams that were getting prepared for that doubleheader by playing games last night. The Roswell boys lost at Alamogordo 68-34. Roswell sitting at 2-6 on the season, so they're always looking to get back into action as fast as they can to start making that record a little bit better. The Goddard girls, meanwhile, were playing at Carlsbad last night, and the Goddard girls fell behind early, 21-10, early in the second quarter. The three-point shooting of Erica Cannon got them back in the game, but Carlsbad ended up winning that 46-42. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Capital One, the nation's sixth largest bank, announced it would end all overdraft fees next year. After decades of raking in billions of dollars from mostly poor Americans short of cash in their accounts, big banks are under pressure from lawmakers and regulators to do the same. The U.S. Treasury Department announced Tuesday the release of $8.7 billion to help increase lending to small and minority-owned businesses and people living in poor communities with limited access to banking. The funds from the Emergency Capital Investment Program, which was created this year, will go to 186 community-based financial institutions. On Wall Street, the Dow down 106 points, closing at 35,544. The Nasdaq down 175 to 15,237, and the S&P 500 down 34 points to 4,634. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Nook's Asian Market brings the flavors of the East to you with new winter hours. The restaurant is now open 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and the store 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Be sure to get your last order in by 6:30 p.m. Delicious, authentic dishes, including a variety of Thai noodle soups, dried egg noodles, dumplings, and more, served at your table or to go. While you wait, browse the store with lots of fresh new ingredients like galunga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili. Nook's Asian Market, South Main, Roswell. Get ready to put 2021 in the rear view. The City of Roswell presents Rockin' Roswell 2022. Usher in the new year with hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and music by DJ Cool Arrow. Then at midnight, get ready for the glitter and gold balloon drop with up to $500 in cash prizes. Tickets are just $20 a person and $30 a couple and are available now at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center on North Main. Call 575-624-6860 to find out more. Rockin' Roswell 2022, Friday, December 31st, 9 p.m. at the Convention Center. Join Hot New Country 92.9 The Brand and Fiero 106.1 for a live broadcast this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. The Grinch stole Christmas and brought it all to Roswell Honda, and that means savings across the lot and gifts galore, including free trips to Vegas and a pecan pie just for stopping by, and a free HD TV with purchase. Plus, register to win one of 3 Michael Kors purses, an air fryer, a Keurig, and even a 65-inch ultra-high-def smart TV. Drawing at 1 must be present to win. See you Saturday, 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The U.S. State Department is now urging all Americans to reconsider travel between here and Mexico, but not because of COVID-19. Mexico is the top international destination for New Mexico residents, according to Insure My Trip data. Now, the U.S. State Department is urging Americans to reconsider traveling to our southerly neighbor because of an uptick in crime and kidnappings. Incidentally, the U.S. CDC does have Mexico on the list of destinations with a high COVID-19 travel risk. The City of Roswell held a ribbon-cutting ceremony Tuesday, marking the opening of Cell 5 at the Roswell Municipal Landfill. The new 19.5-acre cell provides almost 2 million cubic yards of additional space in which to deposit trash at the landfill. That's enough space to serve the city's needs for another 15 years before another cell will have to be opened. You're up to date. Local news headlines. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
And good morning, closing in on 8 o'clock Town Hall News. Next, stay tuned. We're talking Anderson Museum shows next hour.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Biden will soon be getting a first-hand look at some of the tornado damage in Kentucky. Here's White House correspondent Greg Cluxton.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says Mr. Biden will deliver a message of comfort and hope.
We're here to help. We want to rebuild. We are going to stand by your side, and we're going to help your leaders do exactly that.
As he prepares to get briefed by local and state officials about the response effort and view tornado damage, the president says his administration is working to help people gain peace of mind. Greg Clugston, the White House.
The head of the United Nations nuclear watchdog is raising concerns about a lack of transparency in Iran. He says inspectors there are being given only limited access to Iran's nuclear sites and creating what he calls a very blurred image, even as Iran works to enrich uranium closer now than ever to weapons-grade material. The head of the Vaccine Alliance, Gavi, is leading a UN-backed push to get COVID-19 vaccines to developing countries. Correspondent Charles De La Desma reports ahead of the alliance, Seth Berkley is worried now that panic may be setting in.
Berkley tells the Associated Press in an interview at his home outside Geneva that with the Omicron variant, what we're seeing is panic in many countries that has led acceleration of boosters, both to the numbers of people getting them, but also the timeline for getting them. He's referring to extra doses given in rich countries to a broad range of people, not just those at highest risk of contracting severe COVID-19.
His correspondent Charles De La Desma reporting China today is reporting its economy slowed in November, buffeted by coronavirus outbreaks, weak demand, and supply chain disruptions. Retail sales were weaker than in October in China, and inflationary pressures are also complicating efforts to boost growth. On Wall Street right now, it's slow going. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down by 110 points. More of these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dorman. Are you longing to find your soulmate, but you're tired of online dating, singles ministries, blind dates, or even being set up on bad dates by well-meaning family and friends? If none of that's worked for you and you have no idea how to meet marriage-minded men or even truly Christian men who will seek you out for a lasting, committed relationship without the head games, then I invite you to join me in my free Married in 12 Months challenge. Look, there's nothing good or sacred or even noble about sitting in the waiting room. So in this challenge, I'm going to teach you why now is your time to find love. What are the lies that are holding you back? why God wants you married, the biblical law of attraction, and the tools you need to become a bride. Don't wait any longer. Just sign up for my free Married in 12 Months 5-day challenge today at lovestories.com, and you can step into the love story that God has already written about you. That's lovestories.com.
The NBA record for three-pointers has changed hands. Here's correspondent Tom Merriam.
Stephen Curry set the all-time NBA record for career three-point field goals as the Golden State Warriors defeated the New York Knicks 105-96. Curry hit a three-point shot barely a minute into the game to tie Ray Allen's mark of 2,973 three-pointers, then broke it with a high-arching shot from the right elbow with 7:33 left in the quarter. The game was stopped for nearly 4 minutes as Curry was embraced by Allen, his father Dell, and many others. Curry finished with 5 three-pointers and a team-high total of 22 points. Tom Merriam, New York.
Colleges across the U.S. are now starting to require booster shots, extend mask mandates, and in some cases, revert to online classes as they brace for the new Omicron variant. More than 20 colleges in all have said they will require boosters, including Boston University and Notre Dame. Others are extending mask mandates into next year. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. A judge rules against former President Trump in his bid to block Congress from getting his tax returns. Here's correspondent Mike Grazia.
Former President Donald Trump has been dealt a legal setback in his bid to keep his tax returns from congressional scrutiny. U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden has ruled the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee has broad authority, and the Treasury Department should provide the Trump tax returns to the committee. McFadden, a former Justice Department official and Trump appointee, wrote in his ruling, even if the former president is right on the facts, he is wrong on the law.
It's Mike Grazia reporting. A man involved in a crash on Interstate 90 in Montana died after jumping off a bridge, fearful that an oncoming semi was going to strike the crashed vehicles. Authorities say the man got out of his car to check on the other driver when he saw a big rig approaching. Police say the man grew fearful the truck was coming on so fast, so he jumped off the bridge, landing 60 to 80 feet below. More on these stories can be found at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy middle of the week, everybody.
Yep. Wednesday.
Yep.
Wednesday.
We're going to deal with wind today, which is going to make me happy.
It's Winds Day.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? This is the day that even in Spanish it's spelled weird. Like in English it's Wednesday, and in Spanish it's miércoles. It's like even in Spanish they're like, we know this day is going to be a messed up spelling.
We're just going to make it weird across the board.
Just going to start throwing vowels until we see what sticks.
Yeah. Wednesday's that. Is Wednesday anybody's favorite day of the week?
It depends. It can be. I mean, it is hump day.
And when people ask what's your favorite day of the week, it's always Friday or Saturday, occasional Sunday.
Sure.
No one says Monday. I've never heard anybody say Wednesday.
I'm not a Monday fan. I do like a Wednesday just because of the optimism of what it is.
Yeah.
And that, you're kind of at the top of the hill and it's just kind of rolling down from there.
Like in theory, we should like Thursday, but in all reality, Thursday's like a crazy busy day.
Yeah, Thursday kind of hurts different. It hits different just because it's like, I don't know, it's not Friday yet.
Yeah.
Wednesday feels far enough away from Friday that you still have that optimism, like you're almost there.
Yeah.
But Thursday's like, come on. And then Friday,
There you go.
So I like a good Wednesday.
But this is actually, I guess, I don't know how much, because kids are off school next week. After this week, they go all on Christmas breaks and everything.
Yep.
So next week's going to be pretty much a non-productive week, I'm thinking. Monday, Tuesday might be a little, but by midweek, people are not going to be thinking about anything other than Christmas.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. I'll be getting on a plane that day by midweek next week. So yeah, Wednesday. Oh, just to give you a quick our holiday schedule here. So next week I'll be in doing the show Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
Sean will be doing the show Wednesday and Thursday.
So now you know when not to listen.
Or when to check back in.
Yeah.
And then Friday for Christmas Eve, we'll have a Best of Hugh Hewitt. Monday and Tuesday of next week, we'll also play Best of Hugh Hewitt. And then Wednesday, I'll be back from Merlin. And I'll be back in studio on the 29th.
The return.
And then we'll do the final 3 shows of 2021.
Yep.
So
2021. Next year, 2022.
Even 2 years.
So okay, if every year has like a name, so this year was 2021 Delta. It would next year be 2022 Omicron, and then we just keep going from there. I'm guessing the next one's gonna be like Yancey
or Megatron or
No. Can't go too close to that. That's too on the nose.
Ian.
Yeah, Ian. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something random. It's gonna be like Flash Drive.
I want to be Ian, and then half the world calls it Ian, the other half calls it Ian.
Right? Ian. You know what I would love is like if the next. I wouldn't love this, but if the next wave of COVID comes is named after the thing that it was found on, like banana. It's like, oh, we got the banana. I got the banana variant. Doggone it. Tutti Frutti. Oh, again.
Pop-Tart.
Meatloaf. Mom. Got the meatloaf variant again.
Fire hydrant.
Coming soon, the Madwich variant. They're off in the world of people, places, and things. I'm just stuck on food. Who's hungry?
Yeah, sure. I sense a pattern here. But yes, happy Wednesday after all that. That's what today is, Wednesday. Yeah. Hope you're having a good one. Let me give you the rundown for this hour while we're chit-chatting. Now, we're going to have Tom Blake and Nancy Fleming join us here in just a little bit, talking about some upcoming shows, events at the Anderson Museum and at the Miniatures Museum as well here. Anytime Tom Blake is, I say tickling the ivories, but he plays a guitar and he sings, so that doesn't apply at all. Tickling the tonsil? No.
Yeah. He works the pipes. He's
Yeah. Tickle the strings.
Tuning up the pipes, yeah.
Tickle the strings and
warming up the pipes.
But definitely we'll talk with Tom and Nancy here in just a bit and talk about that.
The organ?
The organ?
Yeah. I was thinking it's the pipes, the organ.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because you don't want to say he's warming up the organ.
You know what the coolest organ I've ever seen is? It is in a cave in Luray Caverns, Virginia.
Really?
Yes.
There's an organ
in the cavern.
Wow.
And the pipes, they use the stalactites from the cave.
They carved it into.
No, they stretch the wires all across the cavern to the stalactites.
No.
So when you hit a thing, it sends a vibration to the stalactite, and it makes its own music.
Dangerous.
Well, they don't play it every day. They play it usually like once during once a week or something.
I feel like you're going to cause a seismic event that eventually you're going to cause your own cave in.
Yeah, but so it's like Carlsbad Caverns was smaller, but you're in this room that's it's pretty big, maybe the size of our office, 4 offices here. In that room, and so in that room there's an organ. And then all the wires and everything are hooked up to the stalactites in the cavern. And then every once in a while, someone will sit down and play a little jingle or a little tune, a ditty, if you will, for you.
Some guy comes in and starts playing Floyd Kramer. Like, oh my God, stop it! You're gonna make a cave in.
Yeah, Luray Caverns. That's where we went to when I was a kid, and it's out in Luray, Virginia, which is for Maryland, D.C., Virginia area. That's in the middle of nowhere.
Ah.
Here it's like would be in, I don't know, Artesia. But anyway, it's like for them it's middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But and so we go out to. But
Is
they
it hard to get to?
No, you just get off. Basically, you get on I-66 in DC and go west man until you get to 81 and go south till you see the sign say Luray Caverns.
I noticed none of that was hike up a hill. So it sounds like there's a parking lot and then this cave.
Well, you go through.
It's like a fox cave, essentially.
You go through the more rural parts of Northern Virginia.
Okay.
To places like Fauquier County.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's how it's called.
You know what? I've enjoyed this time on radio. I just want to thank the folks for listening. And I guess Travis and Sexton, or I guess you play now.
I've told you all this story earlier.
Let's just direct all complaints to Mike Winters, care of Pecos Valley Broadcasting.
Blame the Commonwealth of Virginia. They named the county.
And I'm putting it this way: Mike did it first.
I've done it before, and I'll do it right now. But that was my whole thing. I told this on the air back during a snow day when the kids back in the day used to sit on the radio and wait for all the different county school closings and everything. And so ours did the DC area, and I waited for Charles County but every time anybody sneeze a snowflake, Fauquier County's closed. And I was like, man, and they say it 100 times on the radio, and I'm like, man, I want to live in Fauquier County.
I'll tell you this. It is maybe my new dream to be a DJ in Fauquier County.
Well, you'd be the only guy because it's a pretty rural county. But
I'm good.
You got to go through it to get to Luray Caverns. So
you see my original teeth? I'd fit in there like a glove.
But yes, if you ever go, it's Luray Caverns. They have an old car museum too. I didn't get to that part, but they got that there too. There at Luray Caverns. So it's a neat little place.
Yeah.
And then it used to be. You go a little past that, and you were at Cooter's Garage, but he moved it. It's not there anymore.
Yeah. Cooter probably moved out of Fauquier County. It makes a lot of sense.
Roscoe looked weird with that on the side of the cop car. It is 8:14. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Gusty wind coming up today as a low-pressure system and cold front move across northern New Mexico. Wind gusting at 35 to 45 miles per hour across our area. We'll be in the low 70s on our afternoon high and sunny. Watch out for some blowing dust across the roadways. Clear tonight, our low around 30, and then sunshine and a little cooler on Thursday with mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 62 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 40%. Winds currently out of the east at 7 miles per hour. Windy today, hence the reason we are in a wind advisory right now until 5 p.m. And then we got a red flag warning. That's going to kick in at 10 o'clock this morning and will remain in effect through 5 p.m. this evening. Sunny today and a high of 75. The good news. The bad news, the winds will be up out of the southwest 20 to 25. Later shifting to the west 15 to 20, but we could see wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour today. Mostly clear tonight with an overnight low of 32. Winds will be out of the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, 64 tomorrow. Winds out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow night, clear skies, overnight low of 33. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, another day in the low 60s, mostly sunny, 63 for a high. North winds 5 to 10. Weekend's going to be a little cooler. On Saturday, we're looking at sunny skies. Highs only expected to be right around 52, and then sunny 56 for a high on Sunday. We'll be, looks like floating around mid-60s for the start of next week. All right, it is 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and we got a 3-minute commercial break. And then on the other side, we'll have Nancy Fleming and Tom Blake join us talking about some upcoming concerts events at the Anderson and at the Miniatures Museum. Don't go away.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus, hard-to-find exotic woods like purple heart, zebra wood, ambrosia maple, black limba, and bloodwood. Perfect for that one-of-a-kind gift piece or table. Get ready with Formica and Wilson Art countertops in 12-footer custom length with installation available. Make it happen at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, serving southeastern New Mexico and beyond since 1934.
Roswell Skin Center, a brand new state-of-the-art facility located in the 400 Penn Plaza building here in Roswell, is now accepting new patients. Dr. Brandon Cometti and his team offer a full range of skin care services, including general dermatology, surgical and cosmetic procedures, including cutting-edge laser rejuvenation, Botox, filler, laser hair removal, chemical peels, and other non-invasive options to improve skin health and turn back the hands of time. Call and schedule your appointment at Roswell Skin Center today. 208-2509. That's 208-2509.
Did you know that companies that offer quality health plans attract more and better skilled employees? So true. Companies that offer good health insurance also keep workers longer and report fewer sick days. Also true. Most importantly, employees with quality health plans enjoy better health, and a healthy company is a happy, more productive company. So, take care of business. Visit us at truehealthnewmexico.com.
Gear up for 2022 at Big O's year-end sale. Head to Big O for our best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. From December 11th through the 31st, save on Michelin or BF Goodrich at your neighborhood Big O store and get a reward card of up to $120 with paid installation. No resolutions here, just giant deals to get your car ready for the new year. Head to your local Big O and get a reward card of up to $120 when you buy Michelin or BF Goodrich tires with paid installation. But hurry, you only have a few days left to save. Go big at Big O during our incredible year-end sale, December 11th through the 31st. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Not valid with other offers. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. Void where prohibited. Additional retailer offer advertised within is independent from the manufacturer's offer. Upgraded installation packages available at additional costs. See store for details.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, "Hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, talking some concerts and things happening at, well, a lot of different museums here in town. Nancy Fleming and Tom Blake with us this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good morning.
How's y'all ready for the holidays?
Absolutely. Yes.
Really? He's ready.
Absolutely.
Yes. I was going to say absolutely not was going to be the answer.
No.
Good for you, Tom.
There's no way to walk away from it. You have to just keep going forward.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready for the season. I'm not prepared to do everything that I need to do in the season. Maybe that's where it's I'm ready for holidays as I'm ready for the spirit of. But as far as shopping and plans, no. Logistics, no. Not even close here.
That's right, because you haven't got my present yet.
There we go. So, folks, it is a time where families getting together here, and I'm hoping we're going to see some folks coming into town and things like that. Between all of our museums, the Anderson, the Miniatures Museum, we've got a bevy of activities and things for your family to enjoy, and it's kind of different things for different tastes. You know, if you love piano and that kind of stuff, well, be listening out. If you love just art in general and seeing and immersing yourself in it, yeah, we got you covered there too. And things for, the kids will like, the mom and dad, everybody here. So
exactly.
So turn on your listening ears.
We're ready to go.
So Nancy, let's of our events here, where do we want to start here? What's the first one we want to start talking about?
Well, let's start with the Kirill Gladiatsky concert at the Anderson Museum.
I'm glad you said that because I'm sure I would have butchered that. I
think I probably did.
Sounded official to me.
It's Kirill Gladiatsky.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a Kovsky in there at the end.
Gladiatsky.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
All right. So Russian?
He is Russian. He and his wife and their daughter are coming from Los Angeles.
And are they a piano family?
They are a piano family, but Kirill and Anna, his wife. Anna has Creel's been coming to Roswell as a friend of the arts for over 15 years.
Okay, so they're kind of like Roswell, Roswell extended family.
Exactly. I remember when this daughter that is playing with him was born, when he was here one time for a concert.
Tom gave him a guitar. And said, no.
I wouldn't get near him with the guitar. No, they're just they're fabulous, world class, raised in the Soviet Union organization of arts, and so they really have that. They carry with them that desire, that discipline, that incredible art that comes, and both of them are at an extremely high level. But we've never seen Anna here.
Okay.
Anna has traveled the world on her own, and now they're traveling together as a family, mainly coming through on vacation.
Oh, nice!
And and they have about 3 concerts on their way to vacation.
Okay.
So that's how that worked out.
Hey, that's a great tax write-off there for that.
Exactly. And this is going to be a fabulous Christmas program. It's a combination of all types of holiday music and this type of thing, but all done with 6 hands on the piano.
Wow!
And
not at all times.
Not at all times.
That just sounds loud.
On one piano?
Yeah. No. The 6-hand concert will be part of the program, but we'll have a chance to see both Anna and Kareel do their master.
Cool.
Works.
Although I'm not going to lie now, the image of 3 of them sitting on a piano bench playing the piano at the same time.
It will be interesting. It will be a one of a kind. Yes.
I would be thoroughly, but but I think what I love about this is you're kind of seeing the generations of it here, where you got the husband and wife, now the child, and all of them probably bring their own unique perspective to it,
Exactly.
Obviously, when you have a child that's kind of raised into it, it's a different experience than someone that's introduced to it. So I'd be very curious, how their styles differ a little bit. Does the younger child play a little more rebellious or something? As to, you know what I mean? That's what I love about this is she at an age where she's like, I want to push boundaries with piano and things like that. So that's what I love. And in the meantime, they're as a family touring and getting to do the Christmas classics and probably some Christmas songs you never heard of too, I'm guessing.
Exactly.
From their home cultures and things like that too. That's what's the beauty of bringing in talented musicians from other parts of the world, is you get to experience not only their talents, but their culture. And that's always fun when you can experience that.
Exactly.
Cool.
Well, the way that I got involved in this was that for the first time, I guess, there are other sponsors that are going to step in and participate with the Anderson and the Roswell Artist in Residence program. Over 27 years now, the Andersons have been bringing arts on an unprecedented level to the city of Roswell, and this is in all aspects. And we're now. I kind of came together with a hope, because there was not going to be a Christmas program this year, that we might be able to help them to do that.
Okay.
And we pulled together a coalition of sponsors
awesome.
that would make this
so
possible.
without these folks,
that's right.
They're back in Russia.
Exactly.
Los Angeles.
Exactly. But they wouldn't be coming to Roswell. I know that.
Yeah. Kareel is the professor of piano arts at Saddleback College in California there. Okay. So he's pretty solid in what he's doing right now. So but we came together with the good folks of Westminster Presbyterian Church, First United Methodist Church, First Presbyterian Church, and St. Andrews.
Oh, nice.
Who all came together and made it possible to bring Kareel and Anna and their daughter.
And I'm sure all those churches have their own little Christmas things going, but they said, you know what, let's do something bigger. Let's do something for the community.
This is partnering up with the Andersons, who for so many years have given so much to the community in the arts. And we just want to have a chance to appreciate what Anderson has done.
Absolutely. Well, thank you to these churches for supporting this event.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, every single one of those churches do a mountain of work for our community and helping people, and for them to get involved and to not only support this, but allow now, in essence, our community to get an opportunity to see talent that wouldn't be here otherwise. Really, it just wouldn't. It just
and
we wouldn't
thanks
have that
to the efforts of Zandra Orr, Dorothy Red, and Marina Blake, we're going to have a fabulous reception at concluding this concert.
So if you feel a little peckish afterwards, you can have a nosh on some things.
Right.
And it starts at 2:00.
Okay.
So there will still be time to get home and have it still light out.
Yes,
So,
right. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about rushing out after the concert.
That's
you can stay. Again, it'll be at 2:00 this Saturday, December 18th.
Exactly.
That's this
Correct.
Saturday. I know it's
That
scary
is
for some.
this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This
And again,
Saturday.
it's at the Anderson Museum. What's the actual address for the museum?
409 East College.
East California. I was like, I can tell you it's right over here, but I don't want to give the people like the GPS. I'm bad at that because I just drive to places. And
There
like,
you
where's it
go.
located? I'm like, it's like poor John. I keep telling his place is on Atkinson for 100 years. I'm like, it's not on Atkinson.
No.
But it's fine. But anyway, I'm bad at that. So, but yeah. And by the way, if you've never walked into the Anderson Museum, get there early before
Exactly.
2. Spend an hour walking around in there. It's a beautiful facility. There is so much unique artwork. Some artwork you're going to be like, that's magnificent. Others you're going to be like scratching your head, but that's the museum. You're going to evoke emotions and everything. You see stuff, and sometimes you're thinking, I didn't realize that was art. And then you look at it, and you're like, oh man, I get. You know, what I mean, that's where the contemporary art thing. It's not just paintings on a wall. It could be. It could be something you're like. You know, I'm not saying like everyone gets famous about pinning the banana up on the.
We don't have a banana on the wall.
It's not that, but I mean, it's so many interpretations of art and things that you expect, things you don't expect. So, so if you've never walked through the museum, get there early Saturday, do that, and then stick around for the concert.
And it's hard to understand what a high level of entertainment you're getting for free.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a free
it's a
concert.
priceless concert. It truly is. And the nice thing is you can tour the museum during the concert.
Oh, that's
you
true,
can
too.
separate. You can distance yourself in any way you feel needed.
Use
to
the
do.
music as
Right.
maybe accoutrement. To
Well,
your
it gives everybody an opportunity to participate on whatever levels they want to,
Sure.
and also have that social distancing.
So if you want to get
needed.
invested, sit down and watch, or if you want more as a set the tone for your day, whatever your intentions are, it's there for you to do that.
Correct.
So come on. I'm telling you, if you've never been to the museum, go. It's such a unique place. I don't care the first time, and I don't care if you're 2 or 222. The first time you walk in, you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize this.
And if
was
you're
that.
that old, you're probably going to be in the art part anyway. So
You might be an exhibit.
Well, you can check out our holiday tree this year. We have it adorned with recycled, the ornaments made with recycled materials.
Oh, cool. Very
Yes,
good.
we were sad to see the recycle program leave Roswell, so we thought, we need to make a little statement.
We're
but
going
it's a
to-
beautiful tree. It's very colorful, and we have even plastic bottles. We've used them as part of the
as
decoration.
part of the decor and
Yeah.
everything. Well, I mean, I know enough to know that recycled art is a very profitable industry if you know what you're doing.
It can be.
So maybe this will inspire someone to maybe make trash into treasures here.
Correct.
Some of that
Correct.
stuff. So absolutely. But yeah, please come to the museum. Come and here's the thing. Even if you're like, well, I'm not into piano music. This is the part I want to encourage folks. Even if that's not what you're. When you get in your car and you put on your iTunes or Spotify or whatever, and it's not some concert pianist, I get it. 90% of us don't have that here. But how many opportunities do you get to see world-class performers in your backyard for free doing things that you would never be able to do?
And that's what Anderson does over and over and over again for Roswell. And
absolutely.
So to honor the Anderson, Don and Sally and Nancy and all their efforts here, it's wonderful that some other sponsors came together. And
I just think even if, like I said, if you're not exposing, I think come see it, listen to it, hear it. I think you're going to find a great appreciation. You may not be like a piano artist lover after the end, but you're going to be like, holy cow, the quality and talent of the musicianship, the attention to detail, just the beauty of the music coming out of it. Seeing that live is way different than popping in an MP3 or a CD and listening to something like that. When you have a person of world-class talent playing an instrument 3 feet from you, There's no...
And it's a world-class instrument.
Yeah.
It's straight from Vienna.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a Bösendorfer.
Yeah, the instrument's just
It's a gorgeous piano, and it sounds wonderful. It's acclimated now. It was a baby for about 4 years. It
now
was
it's
like
seasoned,
going
I
at
guess,
it.
is that
It
the...
is seasoned. It has humidifiers in it. It takes more care than most everything.
It's got a better life than you and I do.
It does. You have to polish it. No, it's a beautiful instrument, and we are grateful that Tom was able to have these wonderful sponsors in order for Krill to come back to play it.
Thank you, Jen. Hopefully, members of all those churches will be out on Saturday and coming out and supporting the event too. And again, it's at the Anderson Museum this Saturday. Starts about 2 p.m. Get there a few minutes early, or if you're a few minutes late, no big deal. Come on in and enjoy it. Stick around for the reception afterwards, though, and bring the whole family. Doesn't cost you a dime. However, I guess if you want to learn more about contributing and being part of the museum, there'll be lots of opportunities there if you want to be a supporter of the museum.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, obviously the family's done great works here, but it takes us, the community, to help support it and keep it going too. Otherwise, the doors get shut down. It just that's what happens.
Absolutely.
Well, both the Anderson Museum, the Roswell Museum have memberships. It is a great way to have the information right in your mailbox so that you know what's going on. It's hard to find one source of information nowadays, but boy, when it's in your mailbox, you know what's going on.
Membership has its privileges.
I thought about that yesterday. That's right.
Well, I don't know if it's trademark, but I'm stealing it.
That
anyway.
works.
Yeah.
Very
Absolutely.
good. So that's this Saturday. Do you want to talk about the open house next?
That's on this Saturday, too.
Okay.
Yeah,
very
everything's
good.
this Saturday.
So just come on out, knock it all out at once here. Now,
correct.
Now, the Miniatures Museum. Now, if you've never been here, here's another unique experience.
That's correct.
That's actually down here on our end neck of the woods, just a couple blocks from where we are here downtown.
320 North Richardson.
Yeah. And that is, again, that's, I guess you could say, I don't know if a sister museum to the Anderson or just...
We're all related.
Yeah, it's in the family
because
there.
we're fun.
Yeah. But so I guess if it's too small for the other museum, they bring it down to the Miniatures Museum. But to be honest, it's and when the first time I heard of the Miniature Museum, and you got check out the open house Saturday, you can hear it. When I thought of it, the first image I thought of was like Ripley's Believe It or Not type things, where you see tiny postage stamps and tiny teacups, and there's some of that, but it's not in the same vein as Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like, it's not next to the world's tallest man or anything like that, or it's not the
right.
I hate to use this term, but like Ripley's almost turns it into a freak show a little bit.
Right.
You know, this is nothing like that.
Well, we'd like some of that.
Yeah.
But we don't. Well, so like on the Curious Collection side, we do try to bring in really interesting collections.
Unique things.
The unique collection that we're showcasing this Saturday is a sand tray therapy toy collection.
Okay.
And it really is the macrocosm of the microcosm of the world.
Okay.
So Susan Voigt, who practiced sand tray therapy and art therapy for 20 years in Roswell, had all of these little things that she used in the practice.
Okay.
And the minute I saw it, it was like her room. I was like, we need to showcase this. And it is just everything from every little plastic animal that you can think of to figurines that she collected on her world travels and used in the sand tray. And the clients would play with them, and then she would help them work through things.
Okay.
But it is an amazing collection, and it is curious.
Interesting. Well, that's one thing I love about it's oddities, knickknacks, things.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But everything's there's just the tiny and that's where I think that's the part I get to, especially when you get the little figurines or the tea sets and things, and you're like, how does someone have that much patience to do the attention to detail on these collectibles and things? And
and most of the miniatures are electrified, which means that all the little lights inside light up. And we were the recipients of a woman who lived in Odessa, Texas, donated 130 room boxes and full houses. Now, we don't have those all out yet because we just got them in October.
Takes a little time to get them situated.
But what that means is that that if you keep coming back, 4 times a year, you will see more. We will be rotating miniatures. You will see new ones. It will be fresh. And of course, we always change out our gift shop and Bizarre. We have great places to shop, and we have a wonderful kids area that even has this very new miniature that came from Kansas City, and it's like to die for. And it was like, we just happened
like kids in a
upon
candy
it.
store got excited and got
It's a very fun, moving, revolving, evolving, wonderful place.
Yeah, it's a great museum.
And our open house is 10 to 4 on Saturday.
10 to 4 this Saturday, yeah. And
we'll have apple cider.
Great.
And you can come before the Kirill concert and just enjoy.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, if you've never been to the museum, make this Saturday, 10 to 4. So get there early, come at 10, and then you have plenty of time to get over to the Anderson at 2 o'clock there. But yeah, come and see the like you said, the open house. Come see some of these things. Come check out the miniatures. Come visit the gift shop. They're going to have a bazaar there too. And, it's like a bazaar, but you can buy things. And then of course, like you said, the hot cider and stuff. But yeah, come see the miniature collectibles. And I'm telling you, I don't care if you're a grown man or the daintiest of ladies. You're going to walk through that museum and be like, that is cool. That is interesting. Obviously what you're into is going to gravitate to certain exhibits but I'm telling you, there's something in there for everybody. If you, I would even say, because you always got that vein of your toy collectors and things like that love to collect Star Wars toys. You're going to love this because it's a collection of, obviously it's not Star Wars, everything, but the miniatures and you never know what you're going to see in there. There's miniatures and things. So if you're a collector of things and love to do it, this museum is going to be your Shangri-La. So come on by it and check it out. You don't have to wait till the open house Saturday, but if you like to make your first trip Saturday, come make it Saturday.
Yeah. We're open on Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays and Saturdays, 10 to 4.
So if you can't wait till Saturday, come on by Friday. But
might be a little bit of a mess, but that's all right.
But it's a mini mess.
It's a mini mess.
It's a miniature mess.
It would be a mini mess. Right?
But definitely check it out again. What's the actual address again?
320 North Richardson.
Yeah, it's here right in the Main Street corridor, basically, a couple blocks over from where we're at here downtown. So come on by and check it out. Again, that's this Saturday, 10 to 4 at the Miniatures Museum there. But there's more.
Yeah, I brought, 2 other things.
Okay.
Only because it's Saturday, it's the holidays.
Yeah.
You're out and about. What do you want to do? I just wanted to plug the Roswell Museum and Art Center's artisan market.
Yeah.
It is wonderful. The last day is Saturday.
Okay.
So from 10 to 6, if you have last minute really cool gifts you want to get, in particular, there is an artist from Mountain Air who makes sculptures, and there's some jewelry in the gift shop as well, but in the museum store with film strip. Film strips. It's like coiled and they're conical. But it's film strip.
Interesting.
It looks like glass.
That's cool.
It's amazing.
You know what? I always wondered because back when we were kids, there was film strips for everything. I don't know how many film strips you watched in school and things, and they went the way of the dodo.
Well, now they are sculptures.
Now that's really cool.
And wearable art. So that's upscaling to the nth degree. It's gorgeous.
See if we can get the same artist to work on ditto machines. You remember those things that make ditto paper?
The mimeograph.
Yeah, the mimeograph.
It had a good smell.
It did. It was a kind of addicting smell.
And when it was warm, it would come out, the teacher, you put your hands on it. Yes.
But they were wet sometimes, and it could stick together.
Yes. So I wanted to plug that for sure.
Absolutely.
And I also want to plug the Bone Springs Art Space.
Yeah.
Miranda Howe has a wonderful exhibit called For the Holidays, F-O-U-R.
Yeah.
And there's 4 artists. 3 are former artists in residence.
Okay.
And one is a lady, an artist from Las Cruces.
Okay.
Again, wonderful gift shop that Miranda has. She is open. What are her hours?
They are open Friday, 12th, 4 to 7 is the reception there. They're open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 5.
Good.
Sundays from noon to 4. And on Christmas week, next week, they'll be open Monday through Thursday from 1 to 6.
Great.
But yeah, the artist, George, and if I butcher these, please forgive me. George Rodart, Amanda Jaffe, Lucio Pozzo, and Deborah Smith.
Correct.
Are the 4 artists that will be
in the gallery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
they won't be on hand because their
art will be
their art will be there.
Them themselves, but
and
their
the gift
artwork.
shop. And you should just see her space. It's a wonderful space. She offers after school classes for kids, adult classes. She is more on Facebook than anything. And if you go to Bone Springs Art Space, you'll just see all the wonderful things and creative things.
If you're
that happen.
looking for a place to expose your family to art and crafts and get them involved in creating arts and crafts, you need to take your family to Bone Springs Art. That is, to me, I feel like they're the foot in the door for art. Like if you go to the museums and things, you're like, I can appreciate it, but you're kind of looking around like kind of lost a little bit. You're like, this is a little over my. But going to Bone Springs, you're kind of going there, and they got the fine arts and things, but then they got kids like in finger painting. You know what I mean? Like just getting their hands dirty, doing art. And that's how art starts. That's how the love for art. That's how the bug gets in there.
That's right.
And so. Those kids are, making fun little projects now, and next thing you know, they're the one we're seeing their galleries and their works down the road there. Well,
Roswell has they have wonderful classes at the Roswell Museum and Art Center too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're interested in the arts, there's so much to do here. You just have to pay attention and get involved and enjoy.
And if you're a local resident, take advantage of those free second Saturdays. That's something that every second Saturday of the month at the Roswell Museum and Art Center, you can come for free as a resident of Roswell,
right?
And take advantage of all that the museum has to offer there.
Right. Miranda was just there on Saturday doing shrinky-dink ornaments for their second Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was like almost sell out. I mean, they were almost down to the last pieces.
The last little...
Because it was popular. But it is popular for a reason. It's really fun.
They do so much stuff there. And, of course, the planetarium's right there. And there's so many great events that are happening weekly there at the planetarium as well. These are all resources that are available to you in our community. Please come.
Exactly.
The Ander Museum, we have such treasures in this community that we are uniquely... we're spoiled. I ain't gonna lie. Most communities of this size do not have the amenities that we do when it comes to art and culture. We just, our Tom can attest to the music scene here. We have a fabulous music collection of artists and performers that do shows just popping up here and there all over the place.
Right.
The artwork with the miniatures, the Anderson, the Roswell Museum and Art Center. I mean, the Historical Society, all the different places we have in our community. And they all work together in some way, shape, or form. The zoo, I mean, the zoo's another treasure that we have. But, a town of this size doesn't get to enjoy these kind of amenities. So we as a community have to embrace them and support them. And if coming out and enjoying events like this, and they're free. I mean, all these events are free to come and take part in.
Exactly.
Come support it. Come appreciate it. And I who knows? Maybe you're finding your next passion. Maybe that's the thing is how do we find our passion? Sometimes it stumbles into it sometimes, and I think art is definitely one of those. You walk in, you see a piece. Maybe you go into the Anderson and you see some weird piece of art, and you're like, I could do that. Well, get to making, man, and let's do this. So and let's see what happens. So
if anyone is needing a review of any of the arts in the community, they can always reach Nancy at the Anderson Museum of Contemporary.
Just come down
Nancy's
and
kind of the person that knows what's happening.
She is the official
that's right.
directory of all things art director.
Absolutely.
Good deal.
And we certainly want to say thank you to you in 106.5 for your assistance with this and Roswell Daily Record and Christina Stock.
Definitely.
They put in a wonderful article in Vision, and we certainly do appreciate that. And just look forward to everybody just taking that hour and a half or 2 hours out of their busy lives on Saturday. Come on out and learn more about what's out.
Yeah,
out here.
come and a lot of these are come and go events. So even the piano concert, I would get a seat and sit down.
Once you're there, you're not going to want to leave.
That's true.
But in theory, you can kind of come and go as you please and walk because obviously. It's the last weekend before Christmas. Everyone's gonna be scrambling Christmas shopping, or some of us won't start till like next Thursday. But that's another thing.
right.
But I get it. You got 100 things going on. Please come and be a part of this.
Absolutely.
And enjoy these churches that supported it. Please come out and support them. While I got you here, Tom, I'm going to put you. I know your church, Westminster Presbyterian. You got a Christmas event.
Westminster Presbyterian. If you haven't had enough on Saturday, our partner church, Victory Outreach, is doing a rendition of Scrooge.
Yeah, the Scrooge
on at 7:00 that evening. That's just in case you haven't covered enough things on Saturday. No, it's really going to be great. It was written by Pastor Pat Laney and his wife Michelle, and they're going to put on a wonderful little presentation that evening.
Maybe that'll be a nice nightcap, positive message nightcap for everybody.
Absolutely. We do appreciate that.
And that is free, but I think they do like a love offering or something like that if you'd like to help out.
It is. Your attendance is mostly appreciated, and they're great partners with Westminster Presbyterian.
But if you want to support them and make a love offering, it's great. They do they do great work helping people get out of addictions and various things like that. And if I remember right, it's Scrooge the movie. It's loosely based off of that, which is based off the Charles Dickens classic.
Yes. And I have to say I haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to that. But it does have a lot of original quality in it from Pastor Lane.
So that'll be at Westminster Presbyterian Church, which is over there, over by Champion Motorsports.
I always say it's behind the motorcycle shop.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. You can't miss it if you go there.
And thank you to the church for supporting the concerts here this weekend and everything else. Our community will be better when all of us take part in it, and that's. And this weekend's a testament to that.
Absolutely.
So come out. Nancy, if people have any questions about any of the Collectibles Museum or the Anderson Museum or really even the Roswell Museum and Art Center.
Call me.
Just call. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
The Anderson Museum's phone number is 575-623-5600.
Okay. And call. And, of course, look for them on Facebook as well, too. Like I said, the Bone Springs. Find their Facebook page, like and follow it. I recommend that. That way you can kind of stay up to date on all because they constantly have, at least monthly, if not weekendly. Every weekend they've got stuff going on there for projects, things, and for the whole family too. And so and that's the great. So if you want to, if you're thinking, well, maybe I'm not sophisticated enough for some art here, get your feet wet at Bone Springs, and then you can have your pinky up by the time you're ready.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty. I joke about that, but art's art. Art is what you make of it. That's I think some people are going to think you think of the Anderson, you think, oh man, that's like highfalutin fancy, and no, you walk in and it's got elements of elegance and things, but it's everyman. It's everything.
It's a place where a tree made out of recycled material ornaments also looks great.
But you put class on it. You know what I mean? It's got class. Like when you just walk into certain places and you feel like, oh, I got to act a certain way. You know what I mean? It's human nature. It's like we walk into a church, you automatically kind of have a certain behavior and things. Yeah. And the Anderson evokes that. You walk in and your first reaction is, I shouldn't be loud. Quiet and talk and things like that. But you're really like, no, it's just a place with some cool stuff and everything. But it's got that aura of it a little bit where you feel a little, not reverent per se, but just, it's a place where, you should allow people to have their thoughts while you have yours kind of thing.
Well, I'll tell you one funny thing. Like at the Anderson Museum, we have one piece you can touch. It is a musical instrument made by William Goodman, one of our artists in residence. Well, he has a retrospective up at the Roswell Museum and Arts Center that will only be up till the end of December. So if you haven't seen the show, you should, because it includes pinball machines.
Oh, nice.
Hand-forged, handmade. There is a gallery where you can get a little bearing ball from the guard station and play artisan-made pinball machine and another musical instrument. So
holy cow.
Sometimes it's true. You go into art museums and you feel, like it's a certain thing.
Yeah.
But William Goodman brings fun to art.
Yeah.
And they are all hand-forged metal instruments and pinball machines.
Nice.
And toys.
Exactly.
Did you play Tommy while you're playing?
Tommy.
That's right.
Pinball wizards.
Right.
More like you turn the crank and it sounds a little like a squirrel cage, an old typewriter.
Oh, cool.
And the very last bits of a musical instrument just as it stops.
Wow. I think a certain genre of folks, if you're into steampunk things, if you've heard of that.
They would love William Goodman's show.
I feel like this would be right in that wheelhouse. If you love that cranky, old-timey future at the same time kind of thing.
And even his maniacal drawings with just tons of little marks. He is the artist who did the largest mural at the Roswell Museum called Aninaki.
Okay.
And so his retrospective really isn't to be missed, and it's ending at the end of December. So
get in there.
See it.
Get in there before during the holidays here.
That's right.
Bring your family. There really
Absolutely.
is. The museum is wonderful.
And become members too. Like I said, if you can, I guarantee, like Nancy said, membership has its privileges, but the more members, the stronger the art community. And that's of course the art community, and that allows for more artists to come in,
more
musicians to come in, more things.
art classes.
Absolutely, and spread it and hopefully gets to a point where we don't have enough museum space for all this stuff. We're going to have to create more and do more. Concerts in the park now because that's where we got room to do all this stuff.
Well, come for the aliens, stay for the art.
There you go.
Escape the world and come hang around Nancy. It's
and sneak a green chili in now every now and then too. So
there you go.
Awesome. Did we miss anything? Did we get it all?
I think we got it all.
If not, we'll have to come back and do it again here. So
Thank you so much.
Well, we need to get you guys in at least on a monthly basis just to kind of keep people up to date and everything.
It's early.
It's early.
That's right. You artist types don't know what before noon is, do you?
That's right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Happy
Mike.
holidays. Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas to you.
And we look forward to talking again here soon and getting you on and talking about bigger, more awesome things in 2022.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
It is 8:52. Let us pause for some news, weather, and town hall business for this hour and some commercials to pay for lunch. I'll be right back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The U.S. State Department is now urging all Americans to reconsider travel between here and Mexico, but not because of COVID-19. Mexico is the top international destination for New Mexico residents, according to Insure My Trip data. Now, the U.S. State Department is urging Americans to reconsider traveling to our southerly neighbor because of an uptick in crime and kidnappings. Incidentally, the U.S. CDC does have Mexico on the list of destinations with a high COVID-19 travel risk. The city of Roswell held a ribbon-cutting ceremony Tuesday, marking the opening of Cell 5 at the Roswell Municipal Landfill. The new 19.5-acre cell provides almost 2 million cubic yards of additional space in which to deposit trash at the landfill. That's enough space to serve the city's needs for another 15 years before another cell will have to be opened. You're up to date. Local news headlines. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Gusty wind coming up today as a low-pressure system and cold front move across northern New Mexico. Wind gusting at 35 to 45 miles per hour across our area. We'll be in the low 70s on our afternoon high and sunny. Watch out for some blowing dust across the roadways. Clear tonight, our low around 30, and then sunshine and a little cooler on Thursday with mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Capital One, the nation's sixth largest bank, announced it would end all overdraft fees next year. After decades of raking in billions of dollars from mostly poor Americans short of cash in their accounts, big banks are under pressure from lawmakers and regulators to do the same. The U.S. Treasury Department announced Tuesday the release of $8.7 billion to help increase lending to small and minority-owned businesses and people living in poor communities with limited access to banking. The funds from the Emergency Capital Investment Program, which was created this year, will go to 186 community-based financial institutions. On Wall Street, the Dow down 106 points, closing at 35,544. The Nasdaq down 175 to 15,237. And the S&P 500 down 34 points to 4,634. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years, from in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical. Name to remember.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy, Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud proud supporter of local high school sports.
Join Hot New Country 92.9 The Brand and Fiero 106.1 for a live broadcast this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. The Grinch stole Christmas and brought it all to Roswell Honda. And that means savings across the lot and gifts galore, including free trips to Vegas and a pecan pie just for stopping by, and a free HD TV with purchase. Plus, register to win one of 3 Michael Kors purses, an air fryer, a Keurig, and even a 65-inch ultra-high-def smart TV. Drawing at 1 must be present to win. See you Saturday 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Still looking for that perfect gift? Untuckit is having a huge 30% off sale site-wide and store-wide for a limited time only. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep him looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with a gift of our super soft flannels, wrinkle-free shirts, and cozy sweaters. So don't miss your last chance to save 30% off right now at untuckit.com or your nearest Untuckit store for a limited time only. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. Cancerscreeninfo.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:58. Stay tuned next hour. Here about 9:15 or so. We'll have the folks from the Roswell Chamber join us. I'm pretty sure it'll be Andrea Moore, maybe Liz, maybe both. Maybe a cornucopia cocktail of any sort of group thereof. So they'll join us next hour. Don't forget, yeah, we got a minute. I got time to tell you. This Saturday night, I know we just talked about 100 things going on, but if you got one more fun thing to add to your list on Saturday, come out to the Roswell Community Little Theater beginning at 7:30 p.m. Santa's Talent Search will be happening. They've got 7 acts that are going to be competing for $1,200 in prize money, including $500 to the first place winner. Get your tickets at the door. Saturday night's only $5 to get in. You get to vote for your favorite there, and they've got a prize for the people's favorite there. But come on out and then bring some opportunities to Christmas shop as well. They're going to have gift baskets and various things that you can purchase in the lobby if you need raffle drawings and things like that, supporting the Community Little Theater here and getting your Christmas covered. But that's going to be this Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. at the Roswell Community Little Theater. Get your come on out. You're going to come and appreciate the talent. We have 1 or 2, I think, that performed last year. Some new acts to follow, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the talent that our young and old have here in our community. So this Saturday night at the Roswell Community Little Theater, there in the Plains Park Shopping Center, behind across the street from the Dollar General there, the old Park Twin Theater for folks that been here a while. All right, you listen to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Biden travels to tornado-damaged Kentucky today. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about the president visiting some victims in politically conservative communities.
He looks at them as human beings, not as people who have partisan affiliations. And in his heart, he has empathy for everything that they're going through.
And Psaki says the president plans to deliver a message of comfort and hope.
We're here to help. We want to rebuild. We are going to stand by your side, and we're going to help your leaders do exactly that.
The head of United Nations nuclear watchdog is warning now that restrictions faced by inspectors inside Iran threaten to give the world a very blurred image of Tehran's program as it enriches its uranium now closer than ever to weapons-grade materials. The head of Vaccine Alliance, Gavi, which is leading a UN-backed push to get COVID-19 vaccines to developing countries, says he's seen early signs that some wealthier countries are starting to withhold those donations.
With the Omicron variant, what we've seen is panic in many countries that has led acceleration of boosters, both to the numbers of people getting them, but also the timeline for getting them. And that, of course, means that we could see see in the future a situation where those vaccines are not available for developing countries.
As Gavi CEO Seth Berkley, he says wealthier countries are beginning to withhold the donations, primarily out of fears about the Omicron coronavirus variant. On Wall Street, it's been slow going so far today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 97 points. The Nasdaq is off about 90 at this hour. The S&P 500 down 10. Americans slowed their spending from October to November, but still continue to shop ahead of the critical holiday season, brushing off rising prices and shortages. Retail sales rose a modest, easily adjusted 0.3% in November, a bit weaker than most economists had been expecting. Online sales were unchanged. More of these stories at townhall.com.
Great news, Nick. Legacy boxes are still in stock. With Christmas just around the corner, there's still time to buy the best Christmas gift ever. Legacy Box.
That's right, Adam. Order today and Legacy Box ships immediately. It'll arrive ready to wrap and place under the tree.
Gather the family together this Christmas and collect all your old VHS and camcorder tapes, slides, pictures, and film reels. Then you can binge on the good old days.
From thinking over time to risks like fire and water damage, your memories aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. Legacy Box helps you replay those great moments from the past, from Christmas morning to your wedding day.
Legacy Box is the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. All the work is done right here in the USA, and over 1 million customers have trusted Legacy Box.
This Christmas is the time to digitize. Visit legacybox.com/lbox for exclusive holiday savings. That's legacybox.com/lbox for last-minute shopping. legacybox.com/lbox.
One of the world's most famous athletes is opening a new chapter now in his very complicated life. His attorney says that O.J. Simpson is now, in his words, a completely free man. We get a report from correspondent Ed Donahue.
Simpson was acquitted in 1995 of killing his ex-wife and her friend. He went to prison for a case in Las Vegas.
Don't let nobody out here. I didn't mean to steal anything from anybody, and I didn't know I was doing anything illegal.
More than a decade after the acquittal, Simpson was found guilty of armed robbery for a confrontation with sports memorabilia dealers. He served 9 years in prison in Nevada and was released on parole in 2017.
Now will be no problem, and I think I kept my word. As I said, I've done my time.
State police in Nevada say Simpson was granted good behavior credits and discharged from parole effective at the beginning of the month. I'm Ed Donahue.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Former Netflix executive Michael Cale is going to prison for taking bribes and kickbacks from tech companies.
Cale was a Netflix vice president who oversaw the company's internet technology department. Prosecutors allege Cale took more than $500,000 in kickbacks alone, along with valuable stock options. In exchange, he approved millions of dollars in contracts for 9 different tech companies seeking to do business with Netflix. He was convicted of 28 counts of fraud and money laundering. Jason Walker reporting.
Target says it's heading into the final stretch of the holiday season with some momentum now behind it. CEO Brian Cornell reporting holiday sales have continued to stay strong despite ongoing worries about the Omicron variant of COVID-19. It also defied industry-wide challenges like ongoing labor shortages, inflation, and a weakened supply chain. You'll find more on these stories at townhall.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil witching, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Squeaky clean.
Hey, how did they interview everybody with the same hat on? I just looked up and they showed 3 people and they all had the same hat on.
Oh, they were giving them out free at the interview.
I guess.
They're like, hey, can we get a few words? And by the way, put this on slightly askew and like it looks like you took it, a handful of it.
Oh, that guy didn't get the hat though. He's like, "Where's my hat?" That's what they're saying. Sorry, I'm doing Mike in my head and forgot I'm doing a radio show. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. I wish it was Friday.
Happens all the time.
I know. Welcome to my head. I'm surprised I'm married. I'm not gonna be honest. I gotta be honest. I'm surprised I'm married. I don't know why people put up with me. I really don't know why.
You found yourself a patient woman, is what happened.
I sure did. God bless me. I've never let her go.
Props to you.
Yeah. Although one day she's gonna wise up. I know it. She's gonna wise up one day. One day she's gonna be tired of my nonsense and just, why are you here? I don't even need you here. Go away.
How long have you been married?
21 years in August.
Okay, yeah, you're stuck. You're
I'm
done.
good. Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah. I'm the ultimate con. It's a long con, brother.
That's right. Just stand up one day. Ooh, I got you. I so freaking got you. You thought I looked.
That reminds me of Dumb and Dumber 2.
Right?
That's one of the funniest things where he plays comatose for years just as a prank.
I sat next to you. I told you my innermost darkest secrets.
I changed your diaper.
I changed your diaper.
Like he goes, I can't even share, but just thinking of that scene now makes me laugh. So,
and of course, totally nailed it.
All right, I gotta stop because I'm getting into a mode. I need to stop.
Admittedly, I'm a fan of anybody who commits to the bit.
Yeah,
it leans into it that much.
Yeah, I get you.
Look at Randy Quaid, dude, committed to the bit so hard he's lost his mind and is up in Canada now.
Yeah,
he became Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, or I think he started going off the rails around Independence Day.
It was Independence Day that really set him off. But let's face it,
it got probed.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Cousin Eddie didn't do him any favors. Them big drinks and some of the yellow probably didn't help him out a lot during his vacation.
Yeah, not. You got Dennis, his brother.
Yeah,
who's like in every movie known to man and a huge star. And then there's Randy.
Yeah, from like a weird swath of time, from like 96 to 08. Yeah. Dennis Quaid was in everything.
He's in everything.
He was still a little bit, but I mean, but that point,
I watched Goliath. He shows up in the 3rd season as the main guy. There's Dennis Quaid all of a sudden. I'm like, hey, Dennis Quaid.
Got a good agent.
Yeah.
Got to give that to him.
He's just everywhere.
Kevin Bacon game with Dennis Quaid.
I'm waiting for him to show up on Yellowstone next.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's where he's going to show up next. Like in the next season. I bet. Don't mark my words. Dennis Quaid will be on Yellowstone.
I thought the same thing about Giancarlo Esposito a long time ago. Because if you watch any like the Disney Plus series or a Marvel series, he just randomly shows up as the bad guy like halfway through the season and everything.
Dennis Quaid doesn't show up in this Kurt Warner movie, does he?
I haven't seen it.
He should if he doesn't.
Probably.
There's a Kurt Warner movie coming out.
Oh.
Like Christmas Day. The quarterback.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. They did a Kurt Warner story that I've been seeing ad nauseum advertised on Facebook, and it comes out Christmas Day. And no, I don't think Dennis Quaid's in it.
What don't I know about Kurt Warner? Everything.
Well, the only reason Kurt Warner's story is famous is because he's a Super Bowl MVP quarterback who literally was a grocery bagger that got, like, he didn't come into the NFL the way of the the combine, and he was a guy that literally was like, all right, we're going to sign him off the practice squad, and next thing you know, he started kicking butt, and then Kurt Warner's now a Super Bowl champion quarterback. Is he a Hall of Famer?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why it's a story.
Oh, I don't doubt it's compelling, but
yeah. But anyway, I don't know where I got down on that vein, but there's another. John Madden's got one on Fox Christmas Day.
Oh, really?
Like the John Madden story or something. I think it's on Fox. I think I saw it. I don't think it's a movie.
Of course it's on Fox.
Of course.
Complete with like the whole like skadoodle. They're gonna be like show the movie and then have like the dude circling the stuff.
Although I would argue that my love affair with Mr. Madden started when he was the CBS.
CBS, yeah.
When him and Pat Summerall were the main guys on CBS, way before Fox was even a thing. That was still WTTG Channel 5, home of Captain 20 back in the day. Then Fox wasn't even a TV channel back then.
Here's a guy who remembers John Madden back when he was on a different network.
Boom.
Boom.
I mean, I'm not old enough to remember as a coach because I was like a child in the 70s. So I didn't care about the Raiders back then. So, but the whole Madden Cruiser, the telestrator, and that was the part I loved about Madden was he telestrated everything.
Everything.
And if young people are like, what's telestrating? Back in the day, John Madden had a monitor, and they gave him a yellow pen, and he could pause the video and circle things and do all that. And he would he'd just do plays.
Sure.
But after a while, he's like, well, let's check out the tailgate situation. He's over there. Look at the shrimp right here with the corn. This guy's got it going on. And you think it's stupid.
Gosh, I forgot about that.
And you think it's stupid, but you're like way entertained by that.
Do you know when it jumped the shark?
Huh.
Tenactin. He circles the toes. He goes, boom, right there. Tough actin. That's when it jumped the shark was Tenactin.
That's athlete's foot right there.
That's that right there. That's foot fungus. That's a big problem. You go, boom, knock it out. Tough actin, Tenactin.
You don't get that taken care of, that'll spread to the jock, I tell you.
That is when it jumped the shark.
It'll creep right up here, and he circles your leg right up to here.
What's funny is
if you get your toes that high.
Nobody does a John Madden impression now. It's now gotten to that point where everybody does Frank Caliendo doing John Madden.
Yeah. Although there's on-air, he's a podcaster now that I've listened to back in the day, and he goes, I got a John Madden impression, and he go, here's a guy, and that was his whole line.
Here's a guy.
Here's a guy, and that was like his whole impression of John Madden.
Frank Caliendo's whole bit. It's like he goes, here's a guy that does a thing, and that's Frank Caliendo's whole bit.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is because Harry Carey's another one like that.
Hi.
I don't do Harry Carey. I do the Will Ferrell version of Harry Carey.
Of course.
So that's the hey,
everybody.
Let me hear you, like over the top that way. Now, granted, the man was 3 sheets to the wind by the 7th inning every game. So the Will Ferrell thing is probably like that's 7th inning. Harry Carey.
Yeah, exactly.
Not first inning Harry Carey. He's not Jim Carrey's brother either.
No.
People. So we do that. Andrew Moore with the Roswell Chamber will join us here in just a few. Give us an update on all things happening at the Chamber. Then later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, town hall business, and whatever else we can do before we get kicked off the airwaves here this morning. Yes.
No, I was going to say you've already jumped that one early this morning when you talked about Fauquier County. I mean, pretty much established things.
Go look it up. That's a county in Virginia.
Well, I'm sure it is.
You've been enough to D.C. Have you ever been when their weather was bad? They had to listen to the delays on the radio of all the schools and everything.
No, but I lived in Denver and we did the same thing.
Yeah, but there was a county in Virginia, and it was in the rural part. But a drop of snow hit the area, they were closed. But they're Fauquier County. That's the name of the county. And so you're listening to the radio, and in Fauquier County schools, 2-hour delay.
Hey, yours too, buddy.
But they were at the drop, so I heard it, and that was the only time I ever heard that county. Because I lived in Southern Maryland, and unless there's just no reason to go there because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's just you get on 66 to go west. For folks that know the D.C. area, if you want to go to Dulles Airport or Manassas and all that, you go. There's the Beltway, and then there's I-66 that goes west to 81. That's the stretch of about 100 miles of that. And that'll maybe 70, 80. But anyway, in there, that's Fauquier County, and that's where you go. And that's where I was talking about Luray Caverns earlier in the Oregon. That's how that all started.
Just so we're clear, you have to go through Fauquier County to get to Manassas, right? Just making sure.
No, you don't.
Okay, I want to make sure I have my geography right.
You get to Manassas before you get to Fauquier
But it's
County.
south, right? You have to go south to get to Manassas? I just want to make sure.
I would like to say yes.
I want to tour the area someday. I want to make sure I know my
the only way you go south is if you're in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Gotcha. And then it's just due south.
It is due south. Maybe you should call it Bull Run. It is 9:15. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Gusty wind coming up today as a low-pressure system and cold front move across northern New Mexico. Wind gusting at 35 to 45 miles per hour across our area. We'll be in the low 70s on our afternoon high and sunny. Watch out for some blowing dust across the roadways. Clear tonight, our low around 30, and then sunshine and a little cooler on Thursday with mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Had a hiccup there. Sorry. Currently 62 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 40%, and winds are out of the east at 7 miles per hour. Wind advisory is in effect. It's windy. I can see it now. The dust is blowing. We will have a red flag warning, red flag warning. That'll kick in here about 45 minutes at 10 o'clock this morning. But temp-wise is nice. Sunny 75 is what they claim. But the winds will be out of the southwest 25 to 30. It actually goes down according to this. It says, I'm going to read it verbatim because it's a little cattywampus. Windy with a southwest wind 25 to 30, becoming west 15 to 20. Winds could gust as high as 40 miles per hour. I've never seen it in that fashion before, to be spewed at me that way. Usually they give me the low temps and it's going to be up to that. But now they're saying it's going to be up to. I'm like, it's less. I'm not great at math, but 15 to 20 is less than 25 to 30, right?
The last time I checked, and I went to public school.
Yeah, me too. So I don't know there. But you figure that out. That's what the Weather Service is saying.
And that's more than 7 miles an hour's wind out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you already got the dust haze out there. So that dust hue that we get.
Oh, yeah.
That's already out there. So that takes more than 7 mile an hour winds.
If you're on Sycamore, be careful because with all those fields, it's almost a brownout. It's difficult to see.
I would imagine for folks driving driving to Artesia South, going down 285, there's a couple spots.
It's going to get sketch.
Where they get those like brownout conditions sometimes
so
going
be
across
careful.
the road. Whatever you do, don't stop in the middle of those.
Keep going.
I've been through one time, and that scared the life out of me. And it was right there, right at the Eddy County, Chaves County line, right about where that dairy is. They had a haboob highway of dust one time.
Oh my gosh.
I was coming back to Roswell from Artesia. It was like afternoon after work. And I hit that dust thing, and I could not see past the hood of my car. I had the lights on, and I was in the passing lane, and I just stayed. I did a speed, but I kept moving. And sure enough, as I was going through there, a car was in the right lane. Stopped.
Oh my gosh.
Stopped in the right. It's the driver's freaked out, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to kill somebody. Because if there's somebody in that lane.
They're going to get killed.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened. I didn't stop either. I kept going. But I to this day, I was like, what if that guy was in my lane? I would have just plowed right into him and never saw him. And I put it this way, I think I aged a couple years when I came out of the other side of that one. But to this day, I see those and I get a little nervous after that one. So,
well, when they're picking pecans over there off of Country Club, because I live over by the relief route, and when they're shaking the trees, even on a calm day, it'll scare the bejeebies out of you because you can't see.
Yeah.
And it might only be 100 feet, but it's scary when you get into those clouds.
Yeah, when you're completely blind and you're doing 50 miles an hour or whatever the speed is on that particular road, yeah, it's a little out there. So be careful during this. So we might see some of that going on with this wind today. So good news is the wind's short-lived. By tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 32, 5 to 10 mile an hour west wind. So it should taper off here this afternoon, I hope. Little wood knocking there. For you Thursday, sunny. Highs remain in the mid-60s, 64. So we're going to drop about 10 degrees there. North winds 5 to 10. Friday, once again in the 60s, 63 there. Then the weekend's going to be cooler. 52 and sunny on Saturday, 56 and sunny on Sunday. So there we go. All right, it is 9:20. Let's take a quick break. It's time for your Mannheim 12 Days of Christmas. We're going to do that real quick and quick break, and then Andrew Moore with the Chamber will join us on the other side. Do not go away.
I'm Chip Davis of Mannheim Steamroller. St. Nicholas, or Santa Claus, wasn't very well known until the Christmas of 1822. In New York City, Professor Clement Clark Moore wrote a simple little Christmas poem for his children.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Then Thomas Nast, an artist for Harper's Weekly, used Professor Moore's vivid description of St. Nicholas and drew the Santa we all know today, complete with his bright red suit and round belly, coming down the chimney and the sack full of toys. Santa took almost 4,000 years to evolve, but he's here to stay now. I'm Chip Davis of Mannheim Steamroller.
Sending you the warmest of holiday greetings. Let HelloFresh spice up every mealtime with fresh ingredients delivered to your door at HelloFresh.com.
Get Grinchy this Christmas at Roswell Honda. The Grinch stole Christmas and brought it all to Roswell Honda. And that means great deals for you across the lot, like a Honda Odyssey for just $99 a month. Get a free pecan pie and even a trip to Vegas just for stopping by, and a free HD TV with purchase. And register to win one of 3 Michael Kors purses, a Keurig, an air fryer, and even a 65-inch 4K smart TV. Leave the hoo-hash at home and head for Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. And Merry Christmas.
When you're not feeling well, the last thing you want to worry about is how soon you can get in to see your healthcare provider, or even finding a provider if you don't have one. Well, now you can feel better knowing that the Loveless Healthcare Center in Roswell offers same-day or next-day appointments for when you're not feeling well, or for checkups, annual exams, or any chronic issues that need attention. To schedule an appointment or to find a new healthcare provider, call 625-3222 today.
Nook's Asian Market brings the flavors of the East to you with new winter hours. The restaurant is now open 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and the store 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Be sure to get your last order in by 6:30 p.m. Delicious, authentic dishes, including a variety of Thai noodle soups, dried egg noodles, dumplings, and more, served at your table or to go. While you wait, browse the store with lots of fresh new ingredients like galunga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili. Nook's Asian Market, South Main, Roswell.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
From macaroons to mattresses, these days folks are used to ordering just about everything. And it's no different at Roswell Ford. Here at the Tailgate Nation, it's time to order your new Ford. Yep, the Ford factories are working overtime to meet demand, and to get the new Ford truck or SUV you want, you need to order it. Place your order by the end of December, and Roswell Ford will give you a $1,000 cash discount. And when it gets here, it'll be like Christmas all over again. But if you're looking for instant gratification, Roswell Ford has more than 100 excellent pre-owned vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Each one has passed a rigorous 139-point inspection, and each one comes with a 3-day money-back guarantee. And one last thing, wintertime is no time for car trouble, so bring your vehicle in for a complimentary winter vehicle inspection with any maintenance or repair. So come see us at Roswell Ford and have a wonderful Christmas season.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is, I love old people's sayings. It is 20 minutes after 9. 25 minutes after 9 o'clock. Sorry, I wish I could share, but I can't. Joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, Andrea Moore back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Pretty good. Got a little wind blown walking into the building, but
it kind of escalated
right.
quickly. Like the first hour of the show, it was kind of calm and cool. It was like, yeah, it's going to be windy today. Am I right or am I lying? And then, it changed in that hour. It got kind of active out there.
You could feel it in the car when I was driving. If you were going in the headwind, you could feel it. And then when you make your turns, you could feel it.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely, be careful out there.
Yes, please.
Good news is, like I said, I think it's just today. By tomorrow, it's a little cooler temps, but just wind for a day here. So.
Well, this is pushing all of those storms up north.
Yeah.
My girlfriend in Colorado Springs just posted a picture. She goes, something wicked this way comes, and you can see those clouds that come all the way down over the horizon. And so they're going to get some pretty big snow. And then, of course, I was watching the news this morning. all the way up, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan, that whole area. They're about to get pounded.
Oh, man. Well, I wish we get a little more, some of that come down here.
I know. I'd like a little bit of Christmas snow. Just that kind of snow that's gone by noon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not one that messes up your day, just enough to wake up in the morning and go, ooh, snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if we're putting in orders, if we can try to work that.
That's right. So if somebody's up there listening.
Yeah, make that happen, please. Get that happen. Thank you. Of course, Chamber. We're almost Christmas, but there's still a lot of stuff going on, and
we do.
It's a busy time right now.
We're rocking and rolling. We're going to end the calendar year strong.
Mm-hmm.
We have come out with our special holiday edition where we have partnered with Jacob Roebuck and the Railway.
Christmas Railway, yeah.
Yep. So if you haven't received a copy, let me know, because we have been scrubbing our addresses and our mailing list. And I've gotten some phone calls. Hey, I haven't gotten my copy. Give us a call. We'll either throw it in the mail or we're happy to hand deliver.
Sure.
And then, of course, all over town, we've been delivering our extras as well.
And I guess if you go out to the Christmas Railway and participate, you get a copy there.
Correct.
It's your program.
It's their program as well.
It's their program and /our magazine.
Correct.
So don't throw it away. It's got some good bathroom reading.
Oh, it's great. And with Madeline being in as our editor, she has just really helped us step it up that next level. And so we've been planning for next year. Be looking for the magazine to come out February, May, August, and November.
Okay.
That'll be our quarterly next year.
So look for the next one here in February.
Correct. The end of February. So we're asking anybody that wants to contribute to the magazine, whether you're an advertiser or you just want to help, give us content, first week of February, because then that gives us time to look over everything.
I know in the past, the magazines have kind of had a theme to is there a theme for this February edition?
We don't as of right now.
Okay.
The only one we are hard on the theme will be that summer issue that'll come out in May that we call the Extraordinary People.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be kind of the staple. The summer editions are Extraordinary People edition of the Chamber magazine. Good deal.
Correct.
So I'm guessing this February one will kind of, the content steers where the community wants it to go. I guess.
Absolutely. And we've gotten some great ideas and contributions from the community right now. For example, we did Business After Hours with Tabosa.
Yeah.
And some great ideas for things that we can add into the magazine came from there.
Okay.
To be able to highlight them. One of the things we've been asking, and people have come and asked us, when I say Tabosa, for example, what comes to mind? And let's get the information out about what these organizations and these businesses do, because you might see a sign out there, but it's not anything what you think it is.
Right. And you pick Tabosa there. I mean, depending on, I'm thinking you have folks that maybe have called Roswell home or this area home their whole lives. You think Tabosa, you probably think they help folks with special needs and things, which they absolutely do, but that's really just a sliver of what they do.
And they help from birth all the way through adulthood with different programs they have. So it was even eye-opening for me and our staff, because I know, Rosie fairly well. I went through Leadership Roswell with her.
Okay.
And so I know some of the stuff, but when we started talking at the last Business After Hours, some of the new stuff over the last couple of years that they've had, I was like, oh my goodness, I could almost do an article every quarter for the next 100 years and still not get all the information on what Tabosa does.
Yeah, it's really a lot of the services they can provide now. It's because technology allows that.
Yep.
It's where their Los Pasitos side, which is where they help your newborns up to 3 years old, designate now they're finding dyslexia, hearing, vision, autism. They're able to detect those things at these early first 6 months of life for these children.
And then that way you can start helping your child be as successful as possible going forward.
Yeah.
So they don't have the issues that you and I did that we just figured it out.
Well, it's like glasses. That's the biggest one people notice. You'll see little toddlers wearing glasses now.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, they didn't even think about putting glasses on you till you were in school.
Correct, until about second, third grade.
Yeah, so that's just right there alone. And by the way, parents, if you're needing Los Pasitos, all their services are free of charge.
Correct.
So, I mean, they have little steps and things. Their daycare, that's a paid service. But Los Pasitos and the disability helping children overcome those, that's all free of charge service. So,
I had a meeting with Job Corps. They're under new management as well. And so their new president came to the chamber and we started talking and introducing. And that was another one that he goes, when I say Job Corps, what do you think? What comes to mind?
Yeah.
And a lot of times people think Job Corps and Youth Challenge are one and the same.
And they're not. Not even close.
So those are kind of some of the things. That's another one that we're like, hey, let's do an article. Let's get people out there, meet the staff. What does Job Corps do? Let's meet the students that are going through Job Corps and explain exactly what they do.
Yeah.
They do a lot of the kind of tech type stuff, the trades that these kids, and they're not, some of them are, these kids that have had a hard life and that need a little bit more direction. But a lot of times it's just, hey, I thought I was going to go do X and now that's not my thing.
Yeah.
I need some extra training to be able to go on and do something else.
Yeah, the only, I could say, common ground that those two organizations share is they both offer an alternative way for success.
Correct.
Than the traditional path for kids and students. And I say kids, some of them, they're adults. Some of them, I think they can. Some of them.
I think it's up to 24 at Job Corps, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what I mean by that is, not everybody, go to high school, go to college, start jobs, start family. That path doesn't work well for everybody.
Correct.
Some people, and that's where Job Corps and Youth Challenge, both of those organizations, provide that a different option for those.
So those are
individuals.
Those are the things that we're starting to see. Having 1 year under our belt with Roswell now, we've made it. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So we're excited to go into our second year. Like I said, we're planning. So if you want to be a part of the magazine in any way, if you want to advertise, let us know.
Absolutely.
If you want to contribute, if you're a writer, if you take photographs, if you just have an idea. I had a lady from Gateway that came in yesterday afternoon and said, hey, I have an idea. Would you be willing to put it in? And I said, you know what? Let's try it. It doesn't hurt.
Both walls see what sticks.
That's right. Let's put it in. And she wants to do like a devotional section. And I was like, heck, this is the perfect area. We do still live in the Bible Belt down here. And a lot of people are religious. They don't always, not everybody's Catholic. Not everybody's, one fits into a little hole, a little box, I guess. But I was like, sure, let's give it a try. Let's put it in a couple of issues and see if it works.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the beauty of what the Roswell Now magazine's about. It's really, it goes where the community, it's a reflection of our community.
That's right.
That's what it is.
And, because I'm pretty sure everybody's going to get pretty bored with me pretty quick if it's left up to me. So it really is the community magazine. I want it to be for the community, by the community, that goes out to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's so go out to the Roswell Christmas Railway and you can get a copy there, or like I said, swing by the chamber and get a copy if you haven't got one in the mail or anything.
Because we always have extra copies of everything. I make sure to order enough that we always have some on hand. So, going back to the very first one in January of this year, if you still want a copy of that, I've got some, just a few. We are running out of the first couple of issues, but come by.
Yeah.
If you haven't received a copy of the special edition Christmas Railway, please contact us. We are more than happy to get that out to you. Because like I said, our mailing list is in the process of being scrubbed.
Sure. It's being just vetted out and trying to narrow it down to more, making sure all the addresses are actual good addresses.
Correct.
Like that. So
correct.
But look for that one in February. The December one is out right now. Please pick up a copy if you haven't got a chance to check it out yet. And of course, go out to the Christmas Railway. If you haven't been out there, that's a great experience.
Oh, and the ice skating rink, I've heard, is phenomenal.
That's great.
So get out there for sure.
And get your eat on too. Come hungry.
Yes.
Because they always got good food out there.
Jacob does a great job.
Yeah.
We're planning on bringing back the luncheon with Sheriff Harrington.
Awesome.
Starting in January.
So 2022, that's coming back?
That's right,
Very
because
good.
his schedule got a little wacky.
Is it going to be the same time of day or same day, or it'll be a different day?
What is this? The third Thursday, so right after County Commission meeting.
Okay.
Is because that seems to work best with his. It's already cleared. He goes, I'll go to County Commission. I'll come down and see you guys.
Okay.
We'll have lunch, and then he can go do all of his sheriff duties.
So if the county commission can be a little agreeable, if you can wrap up those meetings by 11, that would be great.
That'd be. And they tend to, what's funny is County Commission tends to get done
they don't mess
pretty
around.
quickly. They start at 9.
Yeah.
Right now, Commissioner Cavan is the chairman of the commission, and he's pretty good at, it's 9 o'clock. All right, let's get going.
Sure.
Let's get it.
He appreciates people's time and tries to not abuse it. Yeah.
And
I
very rarely do they go much past 11. I mean, obviously, it's the county. Sometimes they have more stuff.
If there's business to be done, then they got to do what they got to do.
But they're usually pretty good at getting stuff done. I know, for example, tomorrow they're still talking about the county redistricting. Because the county commissioners had whittled it down. I think it was 3 maps, 2 or 3 maps, and they just had some more questions. So they said, give us 1 more month. They don't have any elections that are coming up that are time sensitive like we had at the city, and that's kind of why the city had to hurry up and figure out
They don't have an election coming up in March that they got to worry about.
So they've got a little bit of extra time to go through, and it appears to me with the county commission districts that there's not going to be a lot of huge changes.
Not a big shift there.
Just minor, because our population within the county didn't shift
so I'm
too
guessing
terribly
maybe
much.
some people that were on the edges of certain districts, they might shift over to that other one.
Correct.
But for the most part, people are going to be staying.
It's not going to be anything major.
I'll tell you this: whatever they come out with, I'm sure it's 10 times better than the state came out with. Their district map.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. Friday is our weekly email. If you're a member, let us know if you're not getting our weekly email. We'll make sure that your address is correct. Or if you want other people in your business to get the email, like, for example, my dad had told me with Crumlin Auto Group, he goes, I get it. It's great. It's fantastic. But I don't always forward it on to the powers that be.
Sure.
So he told me, put everybody on there, and he gave me the list of emails.
Cool.
And then it was up to the individuals to unsubscribe at that point.
Gotcha.
And, there were a couple that were like, I don't need it. Okay, fine, whatever. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But then that way, at least our members are getting it, and they can't say, well, I didn't get it.
Sure.
So, yeah, once again, if you're not getting the emails, let us know.
We'll make sure
because
the
maybe your
logistics
email
happen.
has changed. Because if I can remember correctly, I think Sparklight doesn't do emails anymore.
Yeah, that used to be Cable One. Now
Cable
it's
One,
Sparklight.
that's right.
Yeah,
So they're not doing emails anymore. So if you have a Cable One address,
that's no good no more.
contact us so we can make sure we get
Update it.
those updated quickly. But in our email on Friday, I do have something in there about our redistricting maps and what's going on at the legislature, because they're in special session now, and then of course in January will be the 30-day session. So we may even just do a special legislative email that may come out once a day, once every other day, because it'll go fast once session starts.
And I'm guessing, and we kind of talked about this earlier in the fall, more than likely what normally happens during that 30-day with the chamber and stuff probably won't happen.
Correct.
The legislative receptions that are always a part of the legislative session, where the chamber does one, and you have like Main Street that does one, but almost every night there's different receptions and things. That's all because of COVID's pretty much
a lot
out
of that
the
is
window.
getting scaled back. The governor has passed a mandate that you have to be vaccinated to go into the Roundhouse this year.
Does that mean 3 shots or 2?
At the moment, it's 2,
Okay.
but I am not going to be surprised
If
if
it's
here
3 by
very
then.
quickly that she says you are fully vaccinated at 3.
Gotcha.
You're going to have to wear a mask when you're at the Roundhouse, with very rare exception. And the only exceptions for the vaccination mandates, according to everybody that I know that's an elected official, is elected officials and their full-time employees are exempt from being vaccinated, but
they get tested like every 2
twice
minutes.
a week.
Yeah, I knew it was a lot.
Twice a week they have to be vaccinated.
Or tested.
Or tested, yeah, thank you. Oh my gosh. See, the wind is already messing with my head today. So it's that kind of stuff. Some receptions are going on in Santa Fe, but a lot are not, or they are being significantly scaled back.
Okay.
So,
but if there's any change or anything, we'll let folks know. And if somebody all of a sudden says, guess what, you can have a reception, you decide to go down and need to put something together last minute, then we'll let the world know.
We'll figure it out.
And we'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
But as of right now, don't expect anything because normally on this time of year, it's saying, hey, we got a legislative session coming in January. A few things you'd like to bring up to give to Santa Fe. We normally be doing that, but we don't think that's going to be happening. So if that changes, we'll let you know. But as of right now, plan on just a plain old 30-day. But if there's something you want to get up to a legislature, I am fully vaccinated. That was a choice that I made on my own, and I have plans to go up at least a couple of times to go see because I have lots of friends that are elected or are lobbyists or staff members. You got business that needs to be attended to up there.
And so I have ways of getting stuff. So if there's something you want to give to one of the legislators, thank you. I love to go up and do thank you baskets, thank you cards, little goodies. And even if they shut down the Roundhouse, which I don't think they're actually going to shut it down. But if there's difficulty having access, I can meet all my friends, at their homes and stuff during session, and they'll get it disseminated appropriately.
Gotcha. Very good. So where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes.
Or where there's an Andrea, there's a way.
That's right. So, be looking for those emails, because that is kind of my thing, is to be able to disseminate that information.
Yeah.
Because I have no doubt that we've got some things that are going to happen in this next 30 days that are going to be a little sketchy.
I'm very curious to see what comes of this 30 days.
Yes.
Like I know there's going to be laws and if anybody that knows any stretch of time, a 30-day is fast paced compared to the 60-day. When they do the 60-day, which is every other year, they flip flop.
Yep.
There's a lot. Like if you remember last year's 60-day, that first month we didn't hear nothing. It's quiet. It's just pretty. And then those last couple of weeks, fast and furious.
That's right.
Generally speaking, the 30-day is like that the entire 30 days because they, not only are they getting a budget's done, but they're trying to get whatever stuff they're trying to crowbar into.
So it'll be budget and what the governor deems she wants. That's what the 30-day is the governor gets to dictate what goes on the schedule. So
not to get political, but I don't think anything good for us will come up.
Well, no. So. And in our Friday email, there will be a picture of what the new congressional district looks like. If any of the other maps, I think they were talking about public education districts.
Yeah.
Of course, Senate districts, there's 2. So that's not a thing.
It's not really big controversial thing there. Yeah.
So it'll be that kind of stuff that, and if there's something that you guys want to know, community, about what's going on in Santa Fe, let me know, because of course there's certain things, the high activity or controversial type bills are obviously the ones that'll pop up the most often in our emails. Sure. But if there's something that I'm missing, let me know and I'll go get the information, because I have friends and acquaintances in all industries around the state that I want to make sure we know what's going on in Santa Fe, because Santa Fe thinks they know better than us.
I'm wondering, I probably should talk to a legislator about this, but I'm wondering that, with this whole the cannabis marijuana stuff, it's all legal now, and I guess April 1st it's going to be official, whatever. But the state really has given zero guidelines on how these municipalities and cities are supposed to implement that. I'm wondering if what I'm worried is these cities and counties and everything are going to come up with their plans, and then into this 30-day, they're going to go mess that all up.
I would not be surprised if that happens, because I had been told from last session that was kind of what was being talked about after they passed the law. Because remember, the cannabis law got passed in a special session this last year.
Yeah, it didn't make it through, and they said, no, get back in there and call it. That's right.
And you have to pass it or you don't go home.
Yeah.
So that's how we got that.
Which I don't feel like that's how a law should become a law.
I agree.
If you're basically told, you cannot leave until you do what we tell you. Does that feel like?
Well, that's why elections have consequences.
Just
and
saying.
People need to get out and vote.
Yeah, just saying. Does that feel like a discussion was had and a decision was made based on said discussions? I don't feel like that was the case.
I have my feelings on how that went down.
I'm not Sherlock Holmes or even Inspector Clouseau, but I think I can figure that one out.
Yeah, I think I can make those leaps. So I would not be surprised if the details come out, all the rules and regs now underneath that law come out this next 30 days. So, once again, this is why it's important to go out and vote and do your homework and don't just vote on somebody because you saw a 30-second ad and go, oh, well, she's got pretty hair or that guy has nice shoes. Really figure out who is running in your area and vote appropriately.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially state on down. I mean, those things impact your day-to-day life.
The closer to home, the more of a difference it impacts your day-to-day life.
I know we all get real mad at Biden and Trump and all that, but in the end of the day, the real work and impact is what's happening at your city, county, and state levels.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
anything else we need to promote?
Let's see. Business After Hours, of course, is the first and third Thursdays of the month. So if you want to do a Business After Hours to showcase your business and to do the networking, give us a call because those spots are starting to fill up fast for next year because that only leaves 2 spots each month. So, that's 24 Business After Hours with very rare exception.
Well, and now that we're getting back into regular ones again, prior to COVID, you almost had to book a year in advance.
Yes.
To book the Business After Hours. We're getting back. We're not there yet, but
very quickly
it's heading
approaching
in
that.
It's trending in that direction.
That's right. So if you're going to be doing remodeling, if you're doing a grand reopening under new management, things like that are typically when people do Business After Hours, but that doesn't have to be the only reason. If you just want to have us show up and have a little party and showcase your business, give us a call. We would love to do a Business After Hours.
It's a great opportunity, and especially chamber members use these as opportunities for unique milestones. Maybe you have an anniversary of your business. Maybe you make an addition. Maybe you have a new staff hire or something like that.
Exactly.
Something to spotlight your business. Use that as the occasion, and of course, come up. Good food, good prizes. Everybody and their uncle will show up. I tell you every time.
And like Terry over at Hippie Chicks, she always does her Business After Hours on kind of odd anniversaries. Because everybody does the first year, the 5th year, 10 year, 20 year. She's like, I'm going to do the 13th year because why not?
It
celebrate.
needs just as much love as 15 and 10 does.
That's right.
Yeah,
so it's that kind of stuff. Business After Hours, the magazine. Once again, I keep telling everybody, what can we do for you? At the end of the day, the chamber really is about our members, our businesses, and our community.
Absolutely.
So if there's something that I'm missing the mark on, tell me. Come show us, explain to us how we can help you.
And
I promise you, if we can do it, because there's only 4 of us in the office, but if it's within our wheelhouses, we absolutely want to jump on it and help our community out.
Well, the 4 and the thing that makes it great because there's enough there where you get plenty to do, but at the same time, since there's not a gauntlet of people that you got to check in with and go through, you guys can make things happen quicker.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Less people to put in the chain of events.
And you guys on my board have very graciously, you've given us that wide girth to be able to make some of these decisions without having to be micromanaged and ask for every little thing.
That's because I'm lazy. I barely micromanage myself.
Well, see, and I'm not a micromanager either. I'm like, I tell you what to do, go get it done.
I'm a control freak. I ain't going to lie. There's a bit of control freak in me. But when I say, hey, can you go do this? I'd much rather say,
I expect you to be an adult
you
and
do it, and I forget about it and go on to my next
But the board, that's where I love the board is that, we all work together, we give me and the staff direction, and then you say go. And if and when I get out of, put the cart in the ditch, then you guys go, hey, okay, come on, we got to reel this back in. Let's go in a different direction. But
Exactly. If it doesn't work, then together we figure out, make it work.
That's right.
What's any holiday hours for next week? We want to let folks know about.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up too. Christmas and New Year's weeks, we will be out of the office Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, because Fridays are our Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Right? Am I doing that right? So it'll be Wednesday. So we'll go Monday,
Wednesday each week.
Yeah, and we'll go half day on Wednesday.
Cool. Very good.
That, especially for Christmas Eve, you know, give everybody that chance to be home with their families.
Yeah, or be mad dashing to buy the last minute
Exactly.
Christmas gift.
But as always, if you see 2 red cars or at least 1 red car in the parking lot, that's Liz and I. So we're there. Kyle's truck is a big black truck. And then, of course, Madeline's gray Jeep, I think is what she's in. So if you see one of those cars in the parking lot, we're there. If there's only one of us in the office, we do lock the door for safety.
Ring the bell.
So ring the doorbell because we do have a doorbell.
Yeah.
And then we just have other great changes coming on throughout this next year that we'll be unveiling as it gets there.
Absolutely. Definitely come out and get involved. Love to have you. If you want to learn more about becoming a chamber member, don't hesitate to call.
Yeah, a red coat. We have 5 new people that want to be red coats. We're getting applications out to them this week. So we do have that program. You're the ambassador for the chamber. You get to go out into the community and shake hands and kiss babies, ribbon cuttings, business after hours, just another way to network.
Well, it's a spotlights our community, and the red coats are, I could say, the official greeters of the Chamber of Commerce. They're the ones that make us look good and are so good at welcoming folks to our community. So we appreciate them too. Well, Andrew, if I don't, I'll see you before Christmas. But
Probably.
Merry Christmas if I don't.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
And we'll talk again in 2022.
Woohoo!
All right. Thanks, Andrew. It is 9:53. Let's pause for local news, Chaves County sports update, and a quick break before we go. Don't go away.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The U.S. State Department is now urging all Americans to reconsider travel between here and Mexico, but not because of COVID-19. Mexico is the top international destination for New Mexico residents, according to Insure My Trip data. Now, the U.S. State Department is urging Americans to reconsider traveling to our southerly neighbor because of an uptick in crime and kidnappings. Incidentally, the U.S. CDC does have Mexico on the list of destinations with a high COVID-19 travel risk. The city of Roswell held a ribbon-cutting ceremony Tuesday, marking the opening of Cell 5 at the Roswell Municipal Landfill. The new 19.5-acre cell provides almost 2 million cubic yards of additional space in which to deposit trash at the landfill. That's enough space to serve the city's needs for another 15 years before another cell will have to be opened. You're up to date. Local news headlines. I'm Jared Cirillo.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Reports. I've got a big boys-girls doubleheader coming up between Roswell and Goddard. That's happening tomorrow night with the girls playing at 5:30, I believe, yes, and the boys playing at 7 o'clock. Now, we had a couple of teams that were getting prepared for that doubleheader by playing games last night. The Roswell boys lost at Alamogordo 68-34. Roswell sitting at 2-6 on the season, so they're always looking to get back into action as fast as they can to start making that record a little bit better. The Goddard girls, meanwhile, were playing at Carlsbad last night, and the Goddard girls fell behind early, 21-10, early in the second quarter. The three-point shooting of Erica Cannon got them back in the game, but Carlsbad ended up winning that 46-42. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With an SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bob Agnew. Americans slowed their spending from October to November, but still continue to shop ahead of the critical holiday season. Retail sales rose a modest seasonally adjusted 0.3% in November. That was a bit weaker than most economists had been expecting. Former Netflix executive Michael Cale is going to prison for taking bribes and kickbacks from tech companies.
Prosecutors allege Cale took more than $500,000 in kickbacks alone, along with valuable stock options. In exchange, he approved millions of dollars in contracts for 9 different tech companies seeking to do business with Netflix.
That is correspondent Jason Walker. Target says it's heading into the final stretch of the holiday season with some momentum. CEO Brian Cornell reports holiday sales have continued to stay strong despite ongoing worries about the Omicron variant. It's also defied industry-wide challenges like labor shortages. With business, I'm Bob Agnew.
From macaroons to mattresses, these days folks are used to ordering just about everything. And it's no different at Roswell Ford. Here at the Tailgate Nation, it's time to order your new Ford. Yep, the Ford factories are working overtime to meet demand, and to get the new Ford truck or SUV you want, you need to order it. Place your order by the end of December, and Roswell Ford will give you a $1,000 cash discount. And when it gets here, it'll be like Christmas all over again. But if you're looking for instant gratification, Roswell Ford has more than 100 excellent pre-owned vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Each one has passed a rigorous 139-point inspection, and each one comes with a 3-day money-back guarantee. And one last thing, wintertime is no time for car trouble, so bring your vehicle in for a complimentary winter vehicle inspection with any maintenance or repair. So come see us at Roswell Ford and have a wonderful Christmas season.
Hey, this is Dr. Keon Egger at Carabelli Dental in Roswell. Our office is passionate about creating beautiful, long-lasting smiles. But here's the thing. Sometimes that means dentures, and that's not a bad thing. These aren't your grandma's dentures. We combine artistry and the latest technology to create beautiful, natural-looking teeth. If you are in southeastern New Mexico and you have dentures or are considering dentures, you need to come visit us at Carabelli Dental.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 622-4455.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy. Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud supporter of local high school sports.
The Red Raiders, the Bulldogs.
Big hole in the middle, he's gone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Live from Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium.
It's intercepted. Oh, what a great play by the Rabbit.
It's the Liberty Bowl.
It is good. It is good. It is good.
Join us Tuesday, December 28th on your home for Red Raider football.
Tuesday, December 28th, beginning at 3 p.m. on Southeastern New Mexico's Red Raider Radio, 92.9 The Brand.
Still looking for that perfect gift? Untuckit is having a huge 30% off sale site-wide and store-wide for a limited time only. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They're the easiest way to keep him looking sharp and feeling comfortable. You can't go wrong with a gift of our super soft flannels, wrinkle-free shirts, and cozy sweaters. So don't miss your last chance to save 30% off right now at untuckit.com or your nearest Untuckit store for a limited time only. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked.
More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting your cancer screening, but it won't stop cancer. Early detection can save your life. Don't wait for symptoms to appear to act. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com right now for free screening resources and recommendations from the American Cancer Society. Don't wait. Early detection can save your life. Go to cancerscreeninfo.com today. cancerscreeninfo.com.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM. KEND Roswell.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of your day. Have an amazing